off because I did not clean my whole room and organize the state to be doing this type of stuff.
Over live.
Don't hide your progress, Alizar. Just show it off, man.
Right.
That's right.
All right, we are being live streamed, ladies and gentlemen.
How's it going today, folks?
How's everyone doing today? Mom, you know who this is. This is the host with the most that looks like a ghost, Elliot. Oh, thank you so much. You're too kind. Thank you. But today here we're joined again with Andres.
Yo.
And we got today Alizar from Shut Up, Let's Talk again.
How's it going tonight, folks? Good to see you. Good to see you guys again.
Awesome, dude. Like that was a fun live stream we did. Like, and it was probably one of the most. And it was fun and heartfelt at the same time. Like, oh man, it was so good. But today,
it was actually it got pretty emotional. I thought about that. I was lingering on that for a few days.
Yeah, man. I hate, man. Oof.
It was good. It was really good.
Yeah, it definitely. You know what? Like thinking about that, that's like such a heavy thing that it really, when moments like that happen in life, it really is like when adversity plays a role and really is like the thing that hits deep. He hits right in the feels. It's like, wow. And how can one deal with this and cope with this? And it's like, like I haven't experienced that yet, but when it will come, but when, I think, as well. But yeah. But
I mean, it's a humbling experience.
Yeah, especially losing someone like that is. Yeah, that is. But let's not start off with that kind of note. But I just want to say that we had a lot of fun last time, and I think today I had multiple topics I'd like to discuss, but knowing us, we'll probably talk about one thing and then for some reason talk about something that has nothing to do with the topic later on. But I like that. So what I figure we do is we just have one topic that I promise we'll talk about. And that is, what is your first album you ever bought? And I think...
Sorry about that.
No, I love these sound effects. That's great.
Is that Little John?
Yeah.
Okay. So we basically be talking about our favorite, not our favorite albums, different podcast episode. We'll be talking about what our first album that we ever bought is. And so, like for me, for example, I'm going to mention two: one for CD and one for vinyl record. So you guys can do the same if you want. If you just had CDs or vinyls, you can do that as well. But yeah, I figured we'll just start off like that and then, see where the conversation goes. So, Alizar, since you are our distinguished guest, I think you should start.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate the floor. Excuse me. I definitely appreciate the floor. And, I had this fun effect going on for this, so I'm going to go ahead and, first of all, I'm going to say hi, everybody. Hey, folks. Alizar from Shut Up, Let's Talk. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I hope everybody's having a great night. Thank you for joining us. If you joined us on the last episode, that was an emotional episode, and I appreciate it. And tonight, we're going back to those formative years because it almost bounces all back. It's all full circle kind of stuff. And I'm going to pick an image here. And first, actually, I'm going to have some fun. And the real first album I got is right here. If anybody knows what's behind me right now. That is the Baha Men. This is Who Let the Dogs Out.
Bro, that was my song when I was 4.
Dude, what?
Now, this is, yeah, exactly. So the first CD I got, now here was the funny thing. Like, my dad was like, it was time for me to get my first stereo, right? My dad was like, oh, it's time for you to start getting your own music. Very important time in a kid's life, in a person's life. Doesn't matter, child or adult. And we got this cool stereo. I believe it was a Philips. Sounded pretty great. And my dad was kind of really picky about this kind of stuff, so he wouldn't let me get some BS. He was always like, no, like if he heard something and he was like, no, this has no bass, you're not gonna get this. Like, and that it was like an all day process with him, which I appreciate in the long run because he's the one that really got me to appreciate that, hearing the frequencies. Right. And this all ties in with the first CD because your first CD And here's the thing, and I never thought about this earlier. When I asked you what the topic was, you said it was going to be the first CD, and I was thinking like, oh, these are formative things, and I was thinking about this Baha Men thing, and I was like, why did I like this song so much? Like, why did I like? And I was like, maybe the mixing on it was so good,
Yeah.
because that is that.
It's a banger
Well, it
song.
is a banger, and everything is very clear. Everything is loud. It's a great mix. And then I thought about it, and now that I talk about my dad and his pickiness for the sound system, it almost makes a little bit more sense because I'm like, you know what? It sounded great, and he was picky, so it probably sounded even better than I thought because he made sure that whatever song I got, and it was funny because I got the CD, I was like, I want to get that one. He was like, really, dude? It was so funny. I was like, yes. I was like, that song is catchy.
It
And
is.
I was like, and I want to go for it, man. And he was like, okay.
Dude,
so we got
yeah.
the Bahaman. So we got the Bahaman.
That's what's
Now,
up. Dude. Oh, go for it. Go for it.
so well, that was the first CD, and then I will say about the actual CD itself. There was obviously "Who Let the Dogs Out." The other song on the other big hit on there was I think it was called "You're All That" or something like that, right? And I think it might have even been a cover of a different song or something like that. I don't remember, but there was another song that they had. It was kind of a big hit, but that didn't last very long. Now, excuse me. The real first CD that I got, though, that once I realized what the hell did I just do? I just bought the Bahaman. Let me go ahead and buy something actual. It's gonna be this bad boy right now.
Yeah.
No, what?
My first CD was Linkin Park Hybrid Theory.
Yo.
And,
All right.
That came out 2001. I was 11, or probably 10, depending on what month that came out. I'm born in November, so before.
What month you came out of?
Yeah,
Elliot, why you gotta? Why?
I just had to. Like when you asked me earlier, like, Elliot, how do you hear me? With my ears. I just had to. But continue with your hybrid theory talk.
And Hybrid Theory was a really important CD for me, and I realize it's very funny because it is new metal, and new metal gets made fun of a lot these days. But in reality, I'm happy because once again I'm a fan of the frequencies, and this was music that was very. This is music. This is music that was made in the studio, and Linkin Park has a big history of being a very studio type band. That's where they sound the best. And
Dude, Linkin Park, man. This still image right here. Like I know everybody's seen it a thousand times, but this takes me back to my rock band days, man. Because like the first song I heard from these guys was One Step Closer. Like, and just seeing this cover, I just brings back a whole lot of crazy ass memories.
Dude, and like Paper Cut is one of the most underrated Linkin Park songs.
It's so good.
Sheesh, yes.
What a fantastic opener.
I know. I was like, damn, because my dad he goes, yeah, people tell me to listen to it. I'm not into it. I go, what? Come on. And then like I listened to it, and I was like, I can see why, but it's good though. It's yeah. Like do you think that because a lot of the biggest arguments people said about new metal was that it feels like a phase in metal, and it's like I kind of understand it because it was like bands like Limp Bizkit or Mudvayne, are they considered new metal?
Yeah, Mudvayne is new metal.
So like stuff like that, and then like they don't like
they're on the borderline, but I'm with you. I'm a big Mudvayne fan, so they're on the border. They're on the border.
the border. So like, what were some other examples of like new metal? Would you say
they're known as math metal, according in their world? They, at that time that was before gent was ever a thing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then so math metal evolved into gent, and then Mudvayne was other examples of new metal. I would say Seven Dust. There was Korn, of course. Drowning Pool. There was Breaking Benjamin, 3 Days Grace.
3 Days Grace. You consider them new metal?
You know what? I guess maybe because at the time that they came out, they were bundled in with all these. And what's funny to me, the way that I'm able to categorize a lot of the stuff at that time, I was actually taping music videos on my VCR.
Okay.
Like that's how that's how we used to like hang out. Like oh wait, I forgot this is anyway. I can't say some crazy stuff. But these were sober days. That's all I could say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were sober days. So fun was a different level. So when you're young and you're figuring out what to do, my dad would just give me a bunch of blank tapes, and then he'd be like, "Just tape your shows," and I was like, "You can do that?" He's like, "Yeah, man."
I know.
So yeah, I used to get these blank tapes, and then I used to watch MTV late at night, and whenever videos would come on that I really liked, I would tape them, and then I would watch them day and night. And then I would just listen to music. Instead, I would just watch videos day and night, and then I would have my little library set up of all these tapes.
Wow, dude. Sheesh.
It was a good time. It was a fun time back in the day. This is for reference. This was 2004, 3 or 4, 2003 or 4. So
Nice. 2003, 2004. Those were during my Kendall years too. Like I was too busy just like playing the GameCube and just watching shows on the Cartoon Network. And I'm sorry to discriminate against you, Elliot, but I was watching Cartoon Network at the time. I know you don't watch that, but Chowder's a good show. You got to watch.
What's wrong with Cartoon Network?
I never got into it.
Because my boy never got exposed to that level of cartoon.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so what shows did you see? Because that'll make a lot of sense. So
I didn't like hot take. I didn't like Ed and Eddie.
Do not.
It got weird. It got weird later. So
I do admit the fifth and sixth season did get weird, but like, bro, those first 4 seasons, insane show, incredible, like peak slapstick right there, if you ask me.
Like
it was pretty great.
For me, maybe I'll try it now, not right now, but like when I get a moment. To me, it's like when I was a kid, it's like, okay, what is something that I'm gonna visually like? That would just look like if Chicken Scratch was an animation style. I mean, not to offend the people who drew that, but it was just I wasn't a fan of it when I was 5 years old, and then I was like, okay, another one.
I like Squiggle Vision. It's the category. It's called Squiggle Vision, and the reason it's there's a few shows. One of them is called Home Movies. Have you ever had a chance to see that one?
I've heard of Home Movies before.
Are you guys a fan of Brendan Small by any chance? The guy that was you ever heard of Death Clock, the band?
Yes.
Okay, so Death Clock is made by a band called by a guy named Brendan Small, and he started out in a show called Home Movies, and that's the
interesting.
You know what's become funny? Somehow I've become the old guy in this podcast. I've become the old guy in this podcast.
Dude, no, based on Elliot's jokes, man, we're known for boomer tumors here, man. I love this.
I love
right at home here.
No, it's so much fun. It's so much fun, and really, I do want to thank you guys for having me on again, because that's having me on again in such a short amount of time. That is truly an honor.
Oh man,
I love having you here, dude. It's fun as hell.
Dude, no, man, you're welcome anytime, bro. We can make this a weekly thing, man. No, or whatever, man. We love this, and we love talking to you, and we love, it's great to have I like that we can have a conversation about anything, because that's the beauty of podcast, the beauty
that is awesome
of friendship. Yeah, man, it's really
absolutely
cool.
All right, so I hogged it up for a while. So everybody, so who's next on the first CD? Goodness.
Elliot, would you like to go next?
Well, I haven't finished my Cartoon Network rant, so right after the Cartoon Network rant, I would.
Sure.
So, I don't know. I was late to Cartoon Network. Like, I liked regular show, like back when I in middle school. Sorry, Alizar, I didn't mean to make you feel old again. But when I was in middle school, regular show
Too
came on.
Too late.
Okay.
Just run with it. I'm kidding.
Okay, I'll run with the punches. So with like I like Cartoon Network because they had shows like, because people made fun of me in class. Like, you watch shows like Destroy, Build, Destroy, and Hole in the Wall. Like, what is the
Andrew WK was great in that. Don't at me.
Exactly. I loved it, and everyone's like, "That's stupid." I go, "No, you're stupid." And I think this show's great.
Andrew WK is awesome.
It's fun, and like his music's pretty pretty nice. But anyway,
Fantastic.
but earlier I don't know. I couldn't. I tried Foster's Imaginary Friends. I couldn't get into that.
No.
I tried Codename Next Door. I just couldn't get into that.
I'm with you. I think I tapped out of Cartoon Network by that time as well.
And I'm trying to think of another one, but then when I grew up with SpongeBob. Well,
SpongeBob is good.
Well, I did grow up with SpongeBob. That was I was technically 2 weeks older than him because I was born July 7th, and then 2 or 3 weeks later, the first episode dropped. So him and I are literally the same age. So him and I are both 22 years old, and we still don't have our boat license yet. So,
I don't
yeah.
either. I don't think any other living soul here has their boat license.
I have true.
I don't
Anyway.
No. Oh, okay. Yes.
No, you're good. You're good. I was gonna be an
No,
idiot.
I was just saying no boat license for me, but yes.
Oh, that's good. See, that's good. Well, we all have an invisible boatmobile, like the Mermaid and Barnacle Boy do.
I'll take that. That was great. Wow.
That was great, man.
Thanks, man. I like hacking that ass every day, man. It's all good.
Ow. All right. Anyway, before oh my god. Well, before I just gets in trouble, let's we're gonna move on to me. I'll be the next one to start. So, okay, I'll kind of do like last time where we kind of go around and round. So, like, I'll start with the first CD I ever got.
Good.
It was Drake Bell's "It's Only Time."
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That album made me want to become a musician.
Oh, dude.
All right, that's.
Is that the one from 2006 or 2004?
Yes.
That's somewhere in between. That's somewhere in between really, really dope and shocking.
No, thank you. Yeah, just man, he's a big influence in my life until he got in trouble with the law. But besides that, he's been.
This is true.
It's just I wanted to be like him as a kid. Like I wanted to be this. Well, academically, I want to be Josh, but I like Drake and Josh because I was like Drake and Josh both. I was like this nerdy kid who used to be living, or there would be playing. I've always wanted to play guitar or bass guitar, and I do that today. But basically, I wanted to combine both and be the guy who is the teacher's pet and is successful in school, but also be like a rock star at the same time. But hopefully, don't get pranked by a little sister named Megan. But I was an only child, so it's all good. So Meg, but with watching Drake and Josh, like just being back to watching Nickelodeon and watching stuff like those episodes just really take me back. And listening to this album was a Nickelodeon record, but it was definitely they had songs from the album in the show. So Found a Way is this different version. They had Makes Me Happy.
That song is dope, man.
Happy, dude.
That song is tight, man. I'm with it.
Yeah, it's such a fantastic sounding. When Really Big Shrimp came on in 2007, that was my everything back.
Really Big Shrimp, is that an innuendo?
No. Now I'm gonna think about it like that, but yeah.
What are the lyrics? What are the lyrics in that song?
Let's see. Hello, let's go. Everybody must know. Love's in my heart like a bone. I mean, bomb.
I could keep going on, but I'm worried that I'm just gonna get too carried away. So let me continue.
My filters on. Jeez.
I mean, it literally is on, but not your mental filter.
Drake and Josh was a great show, man. I used to watch it a lot with my sister and my little niece and nephew and stuff. It was a great time. It's a funny show.
No, it just still holds up. Everybody, I even quote my parents and I quote moments that a great kid shows when the parents can joke with you at the same time. Like SpongeBob and Phineas and Ferb and they're up there. Moments for example, there's one moment my parents and I quote all the time, specifically my mom. It was the episode where Josh and Drake think that, or Drake and Josh, because Josh and Drake don't sound correct. Drake and Josh, they thought they killed Megan's hamster.
Oh my god, Hervé.
Hervé. Thank you for remembering. So, and it was when they were worried that like Megan was gonna plot to kill them, and they're waiting for the big thing. And so then like Josh like goes to the vents to kind of like see what she's planning or whatever. And then Drake's like, okay, I'll be here if you need me. And there's no ladder, of course. And so then oh no, the ladder falls over later. And then like Drake goes, okay, I'll be here if you need me. And then Mom's like, dinner's ready. He's like, oh, food, cool. And then he just leaves Josh. And then Josh's like, oh, you know, it's too dark. I'm gonna come down, and then he like falls to the floor backwards, and then he has like this freaking back spasm and walks down there like he has like scoliosis for like 5 seconds. He goes downstairs and he's like, oh, my leg, that guy from SpongeBob, like he goes down there and he goes to Drake. He goes, I thought you were getting the ladder, and then he's like, yeah, well, we all think things, don't we, in life? And then, like, in that moment, like, my mom, like, whenever my mom said, I thought you were doing dishes, I'm like, yeah, well, we all think things. Like, stuff like that is good. So, like, this album is amazing. Like, there's even, like, all old videotapes of, like, my dad and I putting on a concert. So, like, I'll, like, play guitar and he'll play drums.
That's pretty awesome.
And then like we'll like lip sync to the song, and then it's like, now, wow, holy shit, I didn't even think about that until this moment.
Nice.
That's like
wow, that kind of foreshadowed,
man. Sweet.
That was deep. Sorry, just foreshadowed something. Wow, we're getting deep here. Don't say anything innuendo on this. I know there's that sounded
Why
like
I'm gonna say something dirty.
because I've been knowing you for 5 years, many years. But this album is.
You got a point. But out of respect, I will hold my tongue. Please keep going.
Thank you. So with this album, though, it's so, everything about it is so great. Like songs like "Do What You Want," like "Be What You Want to Say." You know what? I'm gonna do my best to get like a picture here. Actually, I don't know how to do that, so never mind. I'm not gonna. You can look at this badass background here, but songs like "Do What You Want," like "Say What You Want to Say," "Do What You Feel Is Right," pretty much. Like I like stuff like that. I Know is a great, in my opinion. It feels like a ballad where it's like, let me try to find the lyrics. So just lyrically and spiritually, it's amazing. And oh man. By the way, I just want to say hello to Amanda. She's in the chat room. Just want to say hi, and you're awesome.
What's good, Amanda?
How's it going tonight, Amanda? Give me a second.
Yo.
Let me actually pull up let me go ahead and go to the YouTube so I can see your chat as well, because I should have pulled that up.
I should have pulled it up. That's true. I don't have the. I'm a bad co-host right now.
Cheers, Amanda. Cheers, everybody else in the chat.
That's right. So like, so take some of the first lyrics. It's it's all alone, guess again, you've been known to take the hand of a man who will fill your fantasy. They're a big mistake. You're the pride of every fake that comes around this messed up town. So honestly, these lyrics kind of feel like they were written like yesterday, like saying stuff like of every fake that comes around town. Like, I don't know, like people didn't say fake back in 2000s. It just kind of came up, but I don't know. I like this because it's like, I know, like, give me a sign, give me a reason, make up your mind, darling. Only a fool could ever see through us, know what to do. So obviously it's this teenage of like what it's like to, go back and forth and all this kind of stuff. But, when you're like 5 or 6, you think that's going to happen for the rest of your life, But what was that? Andres, did you say something?
Repeat that. What's wrong? What? I was bringing up the chat here. I'm good to go. Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you perfectly.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. I just looked at me like I had 3 heads. I thought I said something stupid.
Kind of do. Yeah.
Oh, so is it these 3 heads? Is that why?
The talking heads, boy.
Good band. Anyway, speaking of talking heads, this talking head is going to continue with Drake Drake and Bell. Drake Bell. Drake and Bell. But anyway, but I love the lyrics of it. It sounds great. It's just everything about it is so moving and like just like the only song I don't like is Ended Good. Like to me it ended bad, pun intended. But like I don't know, I just don't like it. It sounds weird and stupid. Like I give Drake and Josh, I give It's Only Time a 9.8 out of 10. It's just that song is like I'm able to overlook it, but it's like it sounds off-putting in there. It just should be like a bonus track or something like that, you know. But this album, it just makes me think back when I was a kid watching, like staying at the Nickelodeon hotel as well, watching Nickelodeon,
That's pretty cool.
Like just stuff like that. Just I was, as an only child, like when your parents are working, stuff like that, you're left to your own devices, and so like watching TV was a way to get like enthralled into like the story you're watching. So like Nickelodeon and Disney Channel, man, that they take me back, and it's a I'm always there. I'm always watching the show and listening to music, and it's still like it made me want to become a musician, and nothing can ever take that away.
Absolutely, man, and that's a really cool foundational album there, and I don't know, man.
It was kind of a bizarre choice, but like the way you spoke on that album, and I haven't heard anybody talk about a Drake Bell album like that before.
Yeah. Oh, I'm the first.
Yeah. All right.
And maybe the last, but I'm still the first for now.
Well, that's pretty great.
Yeah, man. No, I love that. And who was this lovely guest?
Oh, this is my little buddy. This is my little buddy. Look, I don't know if he wants to come up here. He's telling me he's signaling something to me, but I don't know what it is.
I know he has this resting bitch face. I could tell. Like he's like, what's
so indecisive sometimes.
He's pretty funny.
What's his name?
Legato.
Legato.
Like the musical term, like legato and
to play something smoothly. Yeah.
Interesting.
And then also one of my favorite animes is Trigun, and in that anime there's a very important character named Legato, and that's just a lot of coincidental stuff. And then when I got him, I was like, what am I gonna call this cat? And I was like, it's got to be that. And then obviously it also sounds like the cat. It's Legato.
Legato's a good cat name.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. I totally appreciate that. He's such a fun little guy. He's super fun. He's
kind of weird if you kind of yelled him across over like, Mesa Forte, get your ass over here. Like, it doesn't really roll off the tongue. Like,
He's a good one. He's 4 years old at the moment.
Oh, cool. 4 years old. That's big.
So he's, he's a big one, though. He's a big one. It's one of those type of situations where it's like, you know what? If you were like twice your size, you'd probably killed me by now. Yeah. Like, you'd probably killed me in my sleep by now.
I would kind of have that same thing with my cat too. My cat's name is Catalina. She's 3 years old, and she is a bitch. But I love that bitch. I really do.
She is.
He's awesome. He's awesome. I play it up. He's good. I make him sound worse than he is, but he's pretty. But he's just very territorial. I guess maybe is that your cat as well? Is it like a territorial thing?
With humans, well, it depends on what size your human is. If you have a baby, she'll get borderline territorial. But like with humans, she's fine. Like she's the most playful thing as long as you acknowledge that she is the queen of the house, and you got to acknowledge that. However, if you do bring another pet in, she will get territorial. She will be like, "Yeah, you replacing me with this specimen that you just picked up off the street. I'm from Hialeah, okay? I can beat any bird that you find on the side of the road." That's basically what she says to us every single time. She'll even borderline punch us.
Bro, she does that, bro. Like she bitch slapped me one time. I was like laying on we're all like playing cards or something, and I'm like, "Hi, Kata, how are you?" And she went, and I was like, "The fuck did I do?" Like,
they get so sensitive, dude. They get so sensitive.
I do. Like,
it's adorable to me. I like that about cats. It's like you could tell that in their territory, in their territorial behavior, they're just protecting what they love, but they don't know how to communicate it properly. It's very
they're like teenagers, man. Like sometimes they don't know how to communicate it well. You know what I mean?
So
Yeah,
all the
like
layers, yeah.
I back home, my folks have this little orange cat. I think I mentioned last time. This little this ginger cat named Rizzo. He communicates by going meow meow, and he's a little kind of a little asshole. Like he just kind of just he just we can't pick him up. We can't ever pet him. He just kind of just does his thing, and we get scared all the time. He also likes to leave presents on my parents' bed all the time. He can't go in the cat box, and it's
Hmm.
just mostly
That's
stress.
interesting. I
Yeah,
wonder
no,
what
he
wonder where that comes from.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Shout out to Amanda who she says you guys are awesome. Right back at you, Amanda. You're pretty
Eh,
awesome yourself.
that's right. You're awesome too,
Hey.
Amanda. Forgive our cat talks. We have a lot of issues with our cats that we would like to just get out in the open.
No,
I know
she's
we
got
gotta.
cat. She's got cats too, and actually, she's a Garfield fan, so she likes cats even more.
Well,
And I like who doesn't like Garfield? Because I mean, come on, he's pretty.
yeah,
Awesome.
welcome to the club then. Yeah.
He's pretty great. He's pretty.
Sorry, I
Great.
don't like Garfield because I have a ginger cat, so he's a fat
Oh,
slob and hates Mondays too, but loves lasagna.
oh, it's too good. It's too good. Garfield is too great.
But
Uh,
my choice will
yes,
be my choice is Drake Bell. It's only time.
that's pretty great, man. That's a great choice. That's really. Sorry, and I forgot to ask you earlier. Did you learn any songs on the guitar of Drake's?
I learned not. I forgot. It's been a while. I learned the song "Fool the World" and
On the bass, rather, right?
on the
Sorry.
bass, yeah, and song. And I learned piano for "Falling for You" in Russian Silhouette. It's
Oh,
like I learned it, and then I was gonna like back like in high school, I was gonna do it for a girl, and
That's pretty great. Hey, you
she
know
was.
this.
oh man, yeah.
I was gonna do that, but I found out that not only is she not interested in me, but she's not even interested in my gender. So it was like, oh wow, what a it happens, but it's like, oh crap. Like, in high school you build it up and like, oh, I'm gonna do this is how it's gonna happen, and then life hits and it's.
Hey man, it's
Sound,
the thought that
sound,
counts. Like if you
sounds
were
like a
willing
fun
to learn a
experience.
song for a girl, man, hey, that speaks more about you, man. You were willing to do it. So what can I say? You can only do so hard.
And it was
You
either
did.
that or Who Let the Dogs Out. So it really was, the other one of the two.
I think she would
You
have
did.
fallen in
You
love with you.
did.
Just like, no, forget this. I'm going for that ginger boy over there singing Baja, man.
Yeah. But man. But,
It's
but
pretty great.
Andres, it is your turn, my lad.
Oh, that okay, never mind.
Lad, LED.
Okay, I'm probably gonna do a similar effect that Alizar did. So excuse me if I'm being a little bit unoriginal here, but um, the first album I think I've ever gotten, this guy,
Childish Gambino.
Childish Gambino's "Because the Internet," and you know, yeah, just there's not only a reason why there's a black man in my background, because there is a purpose to what I'm doing here, because the internet was my first real exposure to going into a hip-hop album, because like in my formative years I was pure rock guy, because when Michael Jackson died in 2009, June 2009, I don't that shocked everybody, even me, who I was just a very casual boy listening to whatever was on the radio when his mom was blasting Luis Miguel Mexican soap opera songs on a regular basis. I mean, I really didn't care what I was listening to, but I do remember it sticking in my head. And when when I reached, I think, eighth or ninth grade, I was just starting high school, and I noticed that there were a lot of people who were buzzing around this guy called Childish Gambino. And I was just starting to get into that type of music. I was just like, okay, this sounds pretty good. So I looked it up a bit, and I found this guy called the Rap Critic on YouTube, and he was talking about this song called 3005 by this guy, Childish Gambino. And I fell in love with the beat. I fell in love with the sound of that song from the first opening like seconds of that song. I fell in love with it. It's one of my favorite. It's still now. It's one of my favorite songs. And did you just put Ginger Mr. 954? Oh.
Awesome.
Okay, sorry I got distracted there. That's good. That's good. Hug me, brother. Yeah.
Quick one.
Yeah. But in 2005, at first I was listening to the music and it was moving me a lot because it builds up to this chorus, it feels romantic in a way. And back in the day I was like I was kind of like Elliot in a way, always just being like, yeah, man, that's a girl right there. I would take on a date. I would probably buy her some popcorn. I would probably take her to a nice movie and show her a good time, And then I started
like high school, elementary school. Like when was this?
This was high school.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was a really nervous kid back in the day. I really was like, always very shy, but always outgoing, trying to make new friends and stuff. But in the like bubbling underneath, I was a really shy kid. I guess in a way, some of the things still like linger on, but in a way, it makes you like in a way where as you grow as an adult, you learn to embrace that, and it makes you flourish into your own person, which is cool, And I do appreciate this song because the lyrics are kind of hard to decode. It talks about being in this state of unknowing as well, like whether you're in a party with a bunch of people that you don't even like, or being at a party with friends as well. Are they really my friends? I don't know. Like it's a weird ass song. It really is. But the
It's a time of
chorus,
self-discovery.
really, the what?
In a time of self-discovery.
In a time of self-discovery, exactly. You really don't know at that age what it entails. You can't really grasp it. Like you understand it, but you don't really grasp what it means. Like, girl, why is you lying? Girl, why you Mufasa? Shit me casa su casa. Got it stripping like Gaza. I got so high up volcanoes. Now the flow is so lava. Like, this is some great word flow, and I didn't know what it meant. But the chorus, like, it's romantic, like, fuck these other people. I'll be right by your side till 3005. God damn. To me, back then, that was the most romantic thing I could ever think about. And this is coming from the guy who thought that that freaking like little Cartoon Network shows were romantic in their own sort of ways too. Like, now I know why you haven't looked at them, Elliot, but it's what it is. And this album is not just 3005. There's a whole bunch of songs out here that are incredible, man. Sweatpants is all about this rich stuffed up kid who doesn't give a crap. What up?
SquarePants?
Sweatpants.
Oh, sweatpants. I heard SquarePants. I'm sorry.
Let's parody time for that one. But
SpongeBob
Sweatpants is all about this stuck up rich kid asshole, who lives up in his father owns half the MoMA. He did it with no diploma. He doesn't give a shit, because he's raised in money. Like he's just like, ain't nobody Fisker, no, ain't nobody sicker in my Fisker vroom vroom ho, And then he stops the song for 5 seconds and says, Fiskers don't make noise when they start up, just so you know. He just stops it. It makes it clear, and it's these moments where I really like how Childish Gambino raps, because he just like, I don't know. To me, it was different at the time because, he was playing around with a sample by this guy called Problem. He's just like, I'm winning. Yeah, I'm winning. Rich kid asshole. Pay me as a villain. Yeah, it was a weird flow, but exactly like this. And I can't really describe this song. It's a weird song, but that's what I was searching for.
It's
and then
trippy.
You have what's up?
It's trippy.
It's trippy, yeah. And you have other weird songs like the freaking Need to Know with Chance the Rapper. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. You have this.
Oh, she did.
All she needed was. all she needed was a, it's a transition between the happy Chance the Rapper and the cool vibe Childish Gambino, and I love when these two guys work together. They bounce off each other really well, and you know,
Excuse
and
me
then you
2
have a
seconds.
song
Jeff.
like,
I'll be right back.
go for it, man. I'll keep going. Then there's the song called Earn, it's just where it's no, I'm sorry, Shadows is, like, it starts off with this arpeggiated guitar, ooh, 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 ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. And he starts sleep rapping, like Lil Wayne. He's just like, face down in the brown grass, shame, I'm a brown ass, I'm not
Oh,
brown, but
I love that song.
I love that song, right? Like, yeah, and then he starts getting more hyped. He's just like, it's the prep school, might kill him. I don't give a shit what she say. I'm gonna get my platinum back like I'm a half-ton gorilla. It's got some flow to it, and then he goes to the chorus saying, I ain't got shit to do, fall in love with you. It sounds kind of sarcastic, but it's funny. I love how Gambino plays with these different moods, make them sound sexy when really they're not. It's just, I ain't got shit to do. Let's just fall in love or whatever.
Right. Like
Yeah.
Earth, the Oldest Computer, in my opinion, is the best song of that album.
Earth, the oldest computer, bro. Like, seriously, yes. Yes, and but the one that I like a little bit more is the one before it, called uh Andrew Oppenheimer. It's the one where Andrew Oppenheimer, Andrew Oppenheimer. It's this spacey type of song where,
What's the one before that is Pink Toes.
oh yeah, Pink Toes is good too.
Oh,
But
it's
there,
all the way after that. Life, the
yeah,
Biggest Troll.
Life the Biggest Troll.
Okay, your close was after. This is a quiz. I'm quizzing you on your knowledge of the album. What
Great,
is
I got a
track
75% on that one. The C's get degrees, my dudes.
Not wrong, but continue, my friend. Like
But
compadre.
yeah, Shadows, Pink Toes. Oh my God, Pink Toes is a good song right there. Oh, like, I remember there was this female voice in Pink Toes that I fell in love with her voice. I don't know who that is, but like, I remember when college struck and I found the album again, I was just blasting Pink Toes a lot. And as it says before, Gambino loves to play around with different, like, with different moods, like make something that doesn't sound sexy, not by itself, and make it sound sexy. That's been his shtick, I think, ever since Because the Internet. And I think, in my opinion, I think Because the Internet really does encapsulate that feeling of, you know, relationships when it comes to the internet. When you're browsing through, just looking at different memes, looking at the videos, and you're just looking around trying to, I don't know, find love in a place where it's boundless amounts of possibilities where to find somebody, like nowadays we got like Tinder, we got TikTok and Musically to find people, even though, like, it's just trend hopping and all that stuff. But look, yeah, I think Gambino really caught something there. It's that feeling of being alone on the internet when you really want to find someone to just chill with, like, maybe not find a significant other, but someone that makes you feel like alive in a way, bigger than your own self. I'm not saying like, how do you say? I'm not saying, like, don't feel good with yourself. Of course, like, that self-love, that positive talk, go for it. But there are times when you just, when you're in your feels, you feel a little bit like, I don't know, you feel a little bit downtrodden, and you kind of need that emo, imaginary emo girl, goth girl, to go there and give you some love, even if it's imaginary. It's good to have those thoughts. It gives you comfort a little bit, when you're down in the dumps a little bit. But yeah, Childish Gambino, Because the Internet, that was the first album I've ever gotten, and
That's
it
cool,
really
man.
has left an impact, if you ask me.
That's a really cool choice.
Thanks, my man. I hope Gambino's face isn't scaring all the kids out there. You know what I mean?
That is a very dramatic photo.
It is.
I know you got like a little Big Brother moment from like 1984 going on. Like it's like Charles Gambino's watching you.
One of us. One of us.
Cool,
Shout
man.
out
No,
to
that's a great record.
shout,
I enjoy.
shout, shout out to Denisius in the chat.
Oh, that is Danielle. That's my girlfriend.
Hello.
What's good, Danielle?
What's going on?
She says she's scared.
Wait a minute. Did she say that I look like Donald? I don't look a bit like Donald Glover. Obviously, because we don't have the same haircut.
Okay, we're gonna move past that, and
That's
we're gonna go
awesome.
back. We're gonna go back to Alizar. Alizar, let me ask you something. So we talked about your first album you ever got. Now, what about what's another one? Or like what's like what's the first first album you bought with your own money?
Oh, okay.
With my own money. I feel like that might have been the Hybrid Theory, actually. For sure that was that. So I mean, but I mean, if there's any other album that was really important to me growing up, it was definitely. Well, there was. I don't know if anybody's gonna know it, so I'll say it too. But there was a new metal band called Cold.
Oh
was-
yeah.
So they
That's-
were around for a little.
Was Crossfade their biggest song?
No, not that one. That was another band. Later it got that whole thing happened, and their name just got tossed away because of that other band. But there was a band called Cold, and they only had a few songs. But they had a song called "Stupid Girl" that was kind of weird looking back at it. Like I listened to it now, and I'm like, I think I could skip this one. They had other songs that are pretty good, the deep cuts that no one knows about. But anyway, that album was important. Slipknot, the first Slipknot, the self-titled, not the first, but the self-titled Slipknot album was really important. I bought that. I'm thinking of anything else. A lot of Linkin Park. Because the thing is, like for me, like I bought a few CDs, and that's just like right as, at a certain point, everybody started downloading stuff, and then after that, it was just mostly music libraries and filling up your Windows Media Player at that time, and your iTunes that was brand new. That whole thing rolled in.
Yeah, like there, like if I could step in for a minute, Alizar, like I feel like there was a transition point where people were just more interested in listening to the hits, the singles, than actually listening to individual albums. That's why like sometimes sometimes it seems very sporadic that people like this one song from this one guy or this one band, but like they haven't really dug deep into the album. And that's because compared to back then, now it's much more easy to have access to music in general. Like we don't need the radio anymore. Like you don't have to listen to individual albums anymore when you can. But I don't know, maybe the exposure was a little bit different
At the time, I mean, it really, really was. And I miss it. I don't want to say. Here's the thing. I miss it, but I can't necessarily say I prefer the old way, because I do prefer the physical media. I prefer caring about my music. Like I prefer about physically caring for it. Like, did I say that right? I care about physically caring for it. I don't know. I don't know if I said that right. Basically, like, I miss having a CD that I knew that if I drop this, like, my music is gonna get damaged. Like, that's annoying, but at the same time, it was like I want to take care of this thing that I have, because I care about these frequencies. I want these frequencies in my ears. Like, I want to protect this thing. There was something cool about that. Also, there's something really, really cool about not having to worry about that and being able to, like, like a vinyl. You don't have, it doesn't get it doesn't degrade. You could listen to this music file as many times as you want, and there's something really cool about that too. So it's kind of weird. Like, there's things I miss, but I kind of prefer it the way we have it now, because it's so, I don't know. It's so accessible, but whatever. Yes, thank you. Cheers,
Cheers.
ladies and gentlemen,
Reach to the. I don't have a drink. I'm the only.
and
asshole.
everybody in between. Yes.
I get. Oh
Absolutely.
my god.
So yes, did I answer the question? I think I answered the question. Yeah. So what about you guys? What about you guys?
Elliot, I want to hear from you, my man. What's going on with you?
I'm trying to think. I mean, it's vinyl records, but it's which one is because the first vinyl record I got, it was a gift, was Random Access Memories by Daft Punk.
Yeah.
It's so good. Let me get it actually. Let me see if I still have it. Okay, while I'm talking, I'm gonna try and find the album. Oh, I just saw the album that Andres gave me, Post Malone.
That's right.
That was a weird what? That was a weird what? Never mind. I'm not gonna get it.
Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Random access memories, man. Yeah, I figured since we're talking about Daft Punk, we figured let's have some random voice modulation around here.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I kind of see the influence behind that. I wish I could. Why can't I find it? Okay, I'm having a moment. Hang on.
Computer science major teens. I dig that. This, yeah. Danielle, she knows what's up.
This reminds me of the other day, like your echo reminds me of being in the public bathroom. And the other day, somebody left. You know how like at the public bathroom, like sometimes people like leave the napkin like kind of rolled down for you, so you can just grab it.
Yeah,
it's like a sign of courtesy. Like this person had done that for me, but I had heard them previously, and they didn't wash their hands after a piss.
Oh.
And I was very annoyed by it. I was like, okay, so you didn't wash your hands after the piss, but you've rolled down the paper towel for me. So I was like, I guess I can grab the paper towel because your pissy hands have not been on the paper towel. They've been on the lever that you mashed for me.
But not on the paper towel itself, right?
But on the paper towel, so I grabbed the paper towel. I could grab the paper towel, but then I was really annoyed because I was like, your priorities are all out of whack. Wash your hands first. Then do me the favor. And then, like I appreciate it. Was just the whole thing. There were so many layers to it. It was a lot to break down at once. It was really it was a lot. It was a lot.
All right, so I found the record, but I just found out it's damaged, which is not cool.
Oh.
The album cover's fucked up, but it's this one.
Hey!
Okay. Oh, sorry. Can we say what? What? I missed what that was. Oh yeah. Ooh, nice. Epic.
It's funny you mentioned that because I do have the. Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
But you don't have this.
Ooh.
Okay, jackass. No need to rub it in, okay?
Wow. Hostile. That's awesome. Dude, dope vinyl. I had a little vinyl collection. It got ruined. My buddy, when I was moving, I had to ask my buddy to hold it down for a while, and then he had it in his car, and then he left it in the hot sun.
Oh no!
And then they got ruined. Yeah, so, or I think he left it in his trunk or something. So yeah, they basically just melted. So that was not a good time. That sucked.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. It's like a death in the family. That's like.
It's pretty annoying. It was pretty annoying. I mean, I had the Pink Panther soundtrack in there. That was a good time.
Well, that's another random but good one.
Yeah, it was cool. I love that theme song. I had Michael Jackson, Off the Wall.
Hey, all right. No, if you ask me, off the Wall is underrated by Michael Jackson. If you ask me, like not a lot of people like bring it up. Like the typical ones that they bring up for Michael Jackson is like Thriller, freaking Bad, of course. But Off the Wall, like I don't hear it being talked about that much. Like it's a cool album, like Dirty Diana, yeah. I love like that's one of my all-time favorite Michael Jackson.
Oh, and what was that lyric?
Was that on there? I don't think that was on there, was it?
On Off
Dirty
the Wall?
Diana? On Off the Wall. Off the Wall was his first CD, first album. Dirty Diana was a little later in the not a little later, but that was a couple years in. Or was more than a few years in.
You know what? I might have not done my research.
Not to correct you. Sorry.
But... No, it's cool. Thanks for calling me.
Correct him. Correct him. I was being an asshole. I was like, correct him.
Yeah, correct me. Roast my ass. Yeah. Like the people need to know the truth, man. And if I'm spreading like that fake news and stuff, call me out on that.
You know that you know what, you're onto something. You're building a great joke here, which is great because it's like, you know what, it's like people want to know the truth about Michael Jackson. It's like
That,
did he or did he not? And it's like,
that-
what are you talking
that's
about?
right.
It's like, no. It's like, what? It's like, did it happen or did it not? It's like, what are you talking about? It's like, was Dirty Diana on off the wall or not? Just no mention of any inappropriate. You just skate past the whole obvious joke to bring up.
I know.
Exactly.
Well, speaking of Michael Jackson, let's beat it. So, with that being said, Random Access Memories is a good album.
It's a great dude. Like Random Access Memories, uh, going back to that one, man. Like my big brother, Captain Chile himself, man. He was a big fan. He still is a big fan of Daft Punk, but like he got into it like back in the Discovery days. You know, he was around 11 years old, and when that album came out, you know, and you got the bangers like the typical ones. One More Time, Aerodynamic. You know, oh my god, and freaking
Digital Love and that kind of
Digital
stuff.
Love. Too Long. Too Long is one of the most underplayed songs I've ever heard. Seriously, it's a great song. It's 10 minutes, but it's great.
Because it's too long.
Yes. Yes. That's why. But like the Random Access Memories was my jumping on point for Daft Punk. That was my like I'm pretty sure everybody's heard like this first one, which was like what was it? Get Lucky. You know, Get Lucky, of course. Banger song, incredible disco track.
Featuring Pharrell.
Featuring Pharrell, that's my boy right there. But the one that actually hooked me was the opener, Give Life Back to Music. What an opening track that is, man. It's an explosion of music. It's just like that one sentiment of giving life back to music. Yeah. I felt that back in the day because like in a world where music sometimes can feel processed sometimes, you know, and it can feel generic. When you hear these actual instruments coming in and intertwining with each other, make it into some sort of feel. And when Daft Punk, of all people, are robots, right, telling you to give life back to music, it's both hilarious but also fascinating at the same time. And that's what gives it its edge for me, you know. And
Very cool,
and of
man.
course, let's not forget the famous Nile Rodgers from Chic. Yeah.
I'm not sure. Now Rogers from Chic.
Yeah. You remember that song, "Freak Out"?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh,
That's
I'm
Nile
tripping.
Rodgers right there.
The dude with the dreads and all that.
Yeah, man. He's one
Yes,
of the
yes.
best
I never
punk
knew his name.
artists of all time out there.
He was
That's
part
what's
of
up.
the Halo 2 soundtrack.
He was?
Yeah.
I had no idea that was a thing.
There's the video of him with Steve Vai. Like they're trying to go with the it's gonna sound for all you pitch perfect people out there, this is not gonna be vocally accurate, but it's like, oh, okay, I forgot how it went, but something like that. But basically, I don't know, that was a
I know what I'm sampling tonight. That's awesome.
So Steve Vai listened to a better version of what I just sang and played guitar of that, and now Rogers was like one of the producers in that movie game.
That's
Soundtrack.
awesome because I've seen the clip you're talking about where it's like Steve Vai and he's in the studio and they're all just like sitting around watching him and he's just like playing stuff on the guitar and
Yeah.
they're just recording it little by little. It's a really cool video, and his guitar tone is unmistakable. So and shout out to Steve Vai who just released a new song this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Is he a singer or he just does guitar?
he sings on a couple of songs here and there, but he's mainly a guitar player.
Right.
90%. I'd say.
What band was he popular in?
Well, he had done some work with David Lee Roth. He'd done work with Frank Zappa. You know, he was like a guitar player in some popular groups for a bit, and then he has done a lot of work as a solo guitar player. If anybody's a fan of the Ibanez RG, which if you're a guitar player out there is that guitar behind me, that one right there. He basically invented that guitar body shape with this certain company, and that's become a very popular guitar. You know, probably one of the top 4 or 5 selling guitars of all time. So, you know, just little fun facts. But Steve Vai, good stuff. Did the Halo 2 soundtrack? Yep.
So good, so good. But yeah, Random Access Memories. Going back to that, everything about it is great.
Daft Punk.
Production of it. It won Album of the Year in the Grammys for good reason.
Sorry, is Andres frozen? I thought he was just listening really intently.
I think he's doing both. But it does. I love that picture.
I thought he was just really listening in, like just. I thought that's like that's the best I'm listening face I've ever seen in my life. Like
Yeah.
I thought he was just really, you know, the whole time I've been talking and I've been looking at him and I'm like, yo, he hasn't broken his face one bit during everything I'm saying. I'm like, Andres is playing it so straight right now. Like,
No, I feel like I'm looking at Mona Lisa. Like wherever I go, he's still like his eyes is still gonna follow me. You know, like. Oh my god. Hopefully he's okay.
It's pretty awesome.
We'll keep going. I was gonna ask his album of choice, but he's currently frozen in time. So Alizar, why don't you go next? Maybe this will be like the last of the album, then afterwards we'll just talk randomly.
Excuse me, sorry, I'm just laughing about that whole situation because that was really funny. Sorry, what am I bringing up really quick?
Is there any other albums you want to mention? Like
some other really important albums. I don't know if anybody's a fan of Southern hip hop. I'm a big fan of a rapper called Big Crit.
Sounds very familiar.
He's very good. He's very good, and he came out with an album called Crit Was Here. And there's a lot of lyrical content. It's Southern hip hop. There's lots of bass. You know, listen with some good headphones, or listen in your car, or on something that has bass, because you know, it's one of those kind of things. And I'm a really big fan of that kind of stuff. I really like Southern hip hop. You know, I'm the kind of guy that, like, when I go outside, I get a cold drink, you know, like a cold lemonade. I roll my windows down and I play my music as loud as possible. Because that's what I like. Like, when the weather's good and I like to feel the wind, and like, that's just a good time for me. You know, like I go out to the guitar shop. I go check out some stuff. I get some guitar picks. To me, that's like a good day. You know, so to me, you know, Southern hip hop is just it's a big part of my life. Oh,
I know.
That's okay. But
look up there shortly.
But yes, that's. I would say Crit Was Here. It's Southern hip hop, lots of lyrical content in there. You'll laugh, you'll cry, a little bit of both, and I just highly recommend that album. I would link it in, but I don't know how.
I could do that in a bit.
That's fine. What about you, man?
It's a hard one. The one that comes to mind, like the first album I think I ever bought was like vinyl record, was Audio Slave's first album.
Is that the one with like Cochise and Show Me How to Live and all that?
No, it's with Chris Cornell and the guys from Rage Against the Machine.
Sorry, I mean like the song names. Like, was that with the song Cochise and Show Me How to Live?
Oh, I'm sorry. I heard something else. I thought you're talking about the band members. I'm sorry. No, I heard something else. But yes, the Cochise, like Gasoline, Like a Stone,
Like a Stone. Yeah. I never had the album, so I never got to listen to the deep cuts, but all the singles I heard, and they were great, dude. Really, really good stuff. Well produced too. Like,
yeah, and for a supergroup, it's amazing because it's considered one. Like, it's probably one of the most like commercially successful like supergroups ever.
You could definitely. I have a hard time arguing that. Makes complete sense, and they were great. They I mean, you have you have this amazing rhythm section
Yeah.
layered on top of this awesome vocalist. How do you
Yeah.
lose? It was a great formula.
Just everything
And
was just perfect in that album. The riffs were great. Like the bass was like everything was like I could hear listening to this as I listened to in two album with like everyone's like level is the same of like everyone's level of volume is the same. I feel.
it's produced really 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 well. And shout out to and listening back to some of the lyrics now. Even with Linkin Park, and then listening back to Chris Cornell, his lyrics are just extra haunting
Yeah.
these days. Uh,
Yeah. Like
just
when he was like in like a stone, he was like I'll wait here all alone, in a cold wet afternoon, like all that kind of stuff. And like I'll
mm,
be here waiting for you like a stone. And Tim Comerford, the bass player, was in an interview and he's like, are you talking about a girl? Like, what are you talking about?
it's like I'm talking about
No.
your mom.
He's like talk
Sorry, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
he goes,
Chris Cornell
no.
wouldn't say. Actually, maybe Chris Cornell would say that like in the early '90s, but not at that time.
I would try to sing, but then I'll try to sing, but then like I'll sound like Dory from Finding Nemo, trying to talk like a whale. So I don't want to even attempt at doing that. But like his Stone talked about, like he goes like, "What are you waiting for?" He's like, and then Chris Cornell goes, "I'm waiting to die."
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So it
mean,
was like
he was a cool dude. He was a really cool dude. Like,
it was great, and that happened like years before he sadly took his life.
I mean, he was a fantastic interviewer, and I think he was just one of those people that I think I'm sure he saw that inevitable moment in his life because I'm sure he realizes the life that he lives.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: like, there's a lot of people in life that suffer from addiction. Obviously, I feel most people do
Yeah.
in their own way. And there are some people that deal with addiction and are aware of it, and then there's other people that deal with addiction and have no idea.
Yeah, and
And
that's the thing. It's like, and how do you deal with that? And it's like, it's yeah, because it's like this conscious or unconscious feeling, and it's
well,
it's like not knowing if it's unhealthy or not.
it's never healthy, but at the same time, usually it's not. Right?
Yeah,
Whatever most addictions, usually are not healthy. Even if like some people try, get addicted to the gym and stuff, and these things turn into like positive things, but like
yeah,
I
it
think
becomes like you lose the message of going there. Like it's like yeah, like
yeah,
anything can
right.
be addicted. Like I could be addicted to like anything when you think about it. It's just how you regulate it and how you want to go back and try not to do as much. So like like we said last time, the fast food addiction is real. Like it's when you're eating like that every day, I definitely would, it's definitely alarming. But everyone is fighting their inner struggle.
I went
That's
to
what it
Burger
is.
King today.
Yeah, man. Well, you deserve it.
No, it was a great time. It was a great time. I loved it. Actually, it was
What'd
great.
you get?
I got a Whopper. I just got a Whopper. Good old Whopper and fries. I was like, I'm just gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna get the what do they call that? The flagship,
What's that? I
like
never heard of, I never heard of that before.
like the go to item. Like Ford with their Mustang, or their F one
Gotcha.
fifty. That's like their what they're known for.
What's the
Oh
well? We
wow,
got two. Well, we got
Andres
two
is
Andres this year.
damn, dude.
Am I
I'm
wearing
I'm
glasses? It's like what? Like it's like when you see two, it just like
I'm
wow,
I'm twice as turned on now. Like I'm.
wow. I know.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying not to say anything too crazy because the last time I said some wild stuff.
Nah, it's still funny.
So
Very
I keep almost saying something and then thinking twice until
It's okay. You know what? Save it for for a show. Let's talk live stream in the future for like
yes, we could do
when we
this
do
all on our
Rocket
show.
League.
Yes. Well, yeah, exactly.
But until I just comes back, I'm down to keep talking about like this like fast food addiction kind of thing because
Fast food addiction thing. I went to Burger King today. I got the Whopper. It was a good time. I got it with cheese. I was in it because last time we talked about it, I was saying it's amazing how different that thing is with cheese and without it. I got it with cheese. God, it's so much better. I'm telling you, they literally sprinkle crack inside the cheese.
Yeah,
because what the heck, guys?
yeah, like I have to admit, the cheese at Burger King is great, but when I have a cheese at like McDonald's, it's alright.
No, that could be like cardboard sometimes. Like it could be like
Yeah.
it could be very like it almost looks like a model kit.
It does.
So you get to like take it at a little snap.
Bro, okay, so let's do a quick little thing. So, like, what are your top 3 favorite fast food places? Or your least favorite? Your least 3 favorite fast food places.
Okay, least 3 first.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you want to do first.
Okay, well, least. All right, damn. Okay, well, so in from least to worst. Sorry, so from
Like I guess like the
least worst to the worst.
yes, to worst.
Yeah. Okay. Number 1 we'll do for number 3 from 3 to 1. 3 we'll do Checkers.
Really?
For me. Now there was a
I think
Checkers
you
across.
said that last time. Did you say like it tastes like rubber to you, right?
It's greasy. I was saying the burgers taste deep fried.
Yeah.
It tastes like they did. It tastes like they make the burger, right? They do that, like they put everything, they stack it, they grab the burger, then they dip it in the oil, and then they wrap it and give it to you. And I'm like, this is so. Every time I've had it, it's disgusting, and every time I have it, I'm drunk. It's 2-3 in the morning because I can never be convinced to go there when I'm sober. So of course I'm drunk if I'm there. So, I didn't drive there, and then it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Anytime I have it, and it doesn't matter. And I've tried to experiment. Okay, I've gone there and I've had the burger, right? So I got the beef, garbage. So I'm like, all right, next time I'll get the chicken. I got the chicken this time. Worst garbage. Yeah. Then one time, I even got the fish. And then I got the fish. And well, I don't mind fast food fish. I know that, to me, that's like,
it's a hit or miss. It's like it can be really bad or like, oh, it can be done well.
right. I feel like everybody in the chat's like, dude, why don't you just go pick up a hooker, bro? Like that.
What a turn.
Did you guys like? You guys like that? You guys like that joke right there? Is that good? Basic nerd experience got a little spicy.
Got a little spicy, just like the Checkers food that you got.
That's so funny. But yes.
So number 3 is check. Do you usually get it with? Oh my God!
Andres, you just missed that amazing amazing joke I just made.
What did I make? What did I miss?
Oh, he's frozen again. Oh, he's frozen again. Oh, he's frozen again.
How about now?
I hear myself.
You hear yourself?
I did for a second.
Okay, cool. What did I miss? I'm sorry about that.
No, we talked a little bit more of our albums, and then we started having a fast food discussion, and now we're doing our. I asked Alizar, what's your top 3 least favorite fast food chains and top 3 favorites? So he's in his top 3. He's just revealed his 3rd choice.
Why is it that every time I come back here, you guys just stop talking about fast food? Jesus Christ, I come in at the worst possible time. My goddamn laptop is going against me.
It's a go-to topic.
Bro, and one
I'm
thing
sorry,
before
I can't stop laughing. Sorry.
But you know, it's funny was just your face, like, because when you froze and left, you had like this face that looked like you were like you were really to the conversation, and Alizar kept talking, and he said he kept looking at you, and it's like. And he's like, wow, good for him for keeping that position that long. Well, that's what she said. But
dude,
that is commendable. That is commendable.
Thank you, man. Like there were times where I, like in previous episodes where I messed with Elliot a lot and I made him laugh just by standing still and just staring at him and and just smiling. That cracks him up.
It was pretty funny, dude. It was pretty funny.
It was good. Oh my god, my cheeks hurt. But Alizar, number
That's what
3.
she said. Okay, no, I'm sorry.
What did I say?
That's what she said.
But what made it?
My
so you
cheeks
said my
hurt.
cheeks hurt. All right, no, we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. Rewind.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I shouldn't have even went for it. That was low hanging fruit, but I went for it. I couldn't help it. It was too good.
That's so what good. He said. Okay, we're not doing it.
Anyway, yes. Okay. So checkers sucks. Every time I have it, it's greasy. It's awful. The fries are supposed to be good. I'd rather buy them from the local grocery store because they sell them separately now and fry them myself. And yeah, okay. So that's my number 3 choice. Number 2, worse than checkers. Oh, I should have picked something else, but worse than checkers, I will say. Damn, I'm done. What's worse? I mean, you know what? I can only name 2 because I can't think of it. I can't think of 3 that are really that bad right now at the moment, at least. So I'll say checkers, and then worse than checkers, Long John Silver's.
Whoa.
Long John Silver, dude. Long John Silver. Me and my family. We used to go to Long John Silver back in the day all the time. It was awesome. I love seafood, so we used to go there all the time, and it was great. At some point, something happened. I don't know if they changed suppliers, or I don't know if everybody that they hired, like, I don't know if they put out an ad that says, "Hey, we need the fucking." Oh, excuse me. I don't know if they put an ad out. Oh, I don't know if they put an ad that said like, "We need the worst possible quality of work ethic possible. Please apply. Please inquire within." Because, dude, when I say checkers was greasy, bro, this Long John Silver was like Scrooge McDuck jumping into a pile of money. Instead, it was grease, and everything is grease, and Scrooge McDuck is made out of grease, and it was just so, and everything is batter. There's, it's like an inch of batter between, like, right before you get to the fish. Just disgusting, dude. Like, and afterwards you can't even walk. Like, you have to relearn how to walk again. You have to actually get physical therapy after you eat this because you don't know how to walk again.
It sounds like your arteries clog up just by having one piece of fish at a Long John Silver, dude.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough, man. Like, it's really, like, you start thinking about. It's one of those times where, like, you eat something and then you really ask yourself, like, is this what it's come to? Like, you ever had those moments where you have like a fast food binge and then you look at yourself in the mirror, like you have to take your little rear view mirror and look at yourself, like, what's wrong with you?
Bro, here in Utah, I've had moments like that where I've just binged on fast food, just did not want to cook at all. But there were moments where I'm just this is the last time. I'm gonna stop. Famous.
What did you binge on? What did you binge on that time? I'd like to know.
Okay, I binged on McDonald's at one point. By the way, their 10-piece McChicken nuggets slaps my cheeks every single time, and they're delicious.
Did you guys know about the 50-piece?
Yes, I've heard about the 50-piece. I've never had
insane?
it.
What's 50 piece? What's the 50-piece? I assume it's 50 McChuggets.
That's a high mighty falutin chungus you got right there, bro.
This is a McChugget, right?
This is a McSucket.
Yeah, that's a. You know what? Give me 1 second. You know what? From this point on, I'll never. Real quick. At this point on, I'll never call a beer again. From now on, beers are just called McChuggets. Buying a 12-pack of McChuggets. I need a 6-pack of McChuggets. Goddamn.
See, you got 50 McChickens.
And actually, and realistically, I am gonna go grab a McChugget really quick, so I'll be right back.
McLovin' it.
Sorry, 50-piece nuggets. I believe it's like $10. It's like $10 or $15, and you get 50 nuggets.
Pieces of nuggets?
Yeah, it's really insane. Like, you're gonna feel like you want to jump off a cliff afterwards, but do it because it's great. It's 50, I normally every time I go to hang out with my homies, I always bring that because we drink a lot. So I'm like, hey, it's $10, it's 50 nuggets, everybody eats, we're good to go.
Gotta counteract.
So yeah, it's really good. And if you're at Wendy's, they actually do a very similar thing. It's like 10 or $15 as well, and then I think they give you like 50 nuggets and like a humongous thing of chili as well. It's very crazy. It's like their family menu thing. BRB.
Yep.
All right. Andres, what is your top 3 least favorite fast food chains, restaurants?
Way to start a conversation like that, man. On a take me out to dinner first, will you? But but my least favorite chains of fast food.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that is a really good question right there. I mean, I can't front on McDonald's. Like, I want to say I hate McDonald's, but like I had binged on it before. I have eaten it 3 days ago, but you know, no, I'm not hating on McDonald's. They're good, especially like I know Danielle is on the chat right now, but their BTS meal wasn't that bad actually. They were pretty good. They were promoting back like when they were first promoting the BTS meal. Like I think Dynamite just came out and it was a slap banger, man, with that double bass going on. You know, it's just like it. You know, and I was just like,
you were about to sing "Staying Alive."
There, right? staying alive, yeah. And yeah. Speaking of, we're going back to this, you know. Then they had the Mariah Carey meal, and
wait, Mariah Carey had a meal.
Mariah Carey, man, yeah, they had the Mariah Carey, yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that the other day. I went to McDonald's and on my bag they said the Mariah menu. And I made a post about it. I was like, "Is this what she wanted?" I was like, "Is this all she wanted for Christmas? Was a Big Mac?"
Yeah, that's all she wanted, man. Like after making putting on shows, you know, and looking as flawless as she does, kind of. I mean, you're down to have a meal every once in a while, man. You gotta let go of that gut every once in a while. You know, it's healthy.
I do like a quarter pounder. They're pretty great.
Me too.
What?
Oh, what is your number 3 address?
My number 3. That's a good ass question right there. I can't front on Hooters. I do love Hooters.
They're not fast food though.
Yeah, and yeah, you're right. They're more like a.
So what is the stipulation? It's got to have a drive-through, right?
It's got to have a drive.
Okay.
Oh, okay. It's really cutting it close because I don't exactly hate.
Who's doing the scratchies?
Fast food, but if I had to narrow it down, I would say, I've never really dug Sonic. Yeah, Sonic, in my opinion, like hasn't impressed me. Like they're like, if you ask me, I think Checkers fries are much better than Sonic fries. If you ask me, you know, they have that nice texture on it. That you know, you ever heard of that song? The Five Guys song where, you know, you bite the fry bites back. You know what I'm saying? Damn, you know, damn, you know.
I haven't, but I would like to know everybody's opinion on Five Guys later, but sure.
Five Guys, man. Oh my God. I could go for hours on Five Guys. I love Five Guys, but Sonic.
I do too. People complain too much about. We'll talk about it later. Yeah,
oh yeah, sure. But Sonic.
Put a pin on it.
Yeah, put a pin on it. But Sonic has not impressed me one bit with its menu. Like, mostly because I have no idea what it is that's their main selling point. Like
rings.
What's up?
Rings, because it's like the hedgehog.
Well, no, what? Yeah,
the onion rings.
No wonder. Yeah, rings. Speaking of which, I've had Cinemark Paradise 24 rings that are much tastier than those, my man. Like, if that's their selling point, it's going to be disappointing when they find out that a movie theater has better rings than they do.
What do you guys think about 7-Eleven food? Is that considered fast food? I think so.
I think yeah.
Gas station food is like a.
It's a funny middle ground, isn't it?
It's just.
I feel like,
you know what I mean.
You know what it is? I feel like to compare like fast food to like a music genre, I feel like rock and roll is like fast food, and then later metal derived to be its own thing from there, and gas station food is like
Holy shit! This
metal.
I like
rock
where
and
you're
roll
going with that.
It's like without it, it would not have been this, but this is like the founding father of it.
That's
awesome.
right. And the blues is Subway.
Well, okay, so 7-Eleven food. It's there's something to it because at a certain point in my life, when was it? 2011 or 12?
Oh,
I got my first
7-Eleven, and that's good.
2011. Yeah, 2011 and 7-Eleven. All the stars aligned that year, I guess.
The planets around here, man. We're gonna die.
Right, the fast food stars aligned that year for me, right? But how do you call it? I worked graveyard shift in those years, so I worked from midnight to 7 or 8 in the morning.
And where did you work again?
At a clinical laboratory.
Oh wow.
At a clinical lab. So I don't want to drop the name for whatever reason, but a clinical laboratory, and I still work there. Been there 10 years, 10 plus years. So shout out to them.
Cool okay. I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Cool gig. And how do you call it? That's when I first got the job there, and I forgot why I brought this up. What are we talking about? 7-Eleven. And I worked graveyard shift, and at that time, my lunch break was at 3 in the morning. And when your lunch break is at
lunch.
Well, your lunch break.
Lunch,
figuratively speaking.
Lunch, your midnight snack. Like
this is your devil's lunch. This is the after hours lunch. And and it really is the devil's lunch because the only thing available at the time is 7-Eleven food, and just there's no like whatever 24-hour McDonald's you could come across. Like it really is just like the devil's playground where everything sucks.
But it's a blessing in disguise.
You should have done the deep voice for that, because that would have been that would have been Satan telling us right there. It would have been a blessing. There. That's fantastic. And yeah, at that time, so dude, sometimes I would eat the food, and dude, the guys, the cashiers would be like, "Are you sure you want this?" I'd be like, yeah, it's fine. And they'd be like, it's been sitting out there for a little bit, dude. I'm like, it's fine. I was hungry. And they were like, just take it. I'm like, I was like, what do you mean? They were like, no, don't pay us for this.
Don't pay us for
this. They wouldn't let me pay them, dude. Like they gave me the shout out to those guys. They were super nice. They were like these like Indian dudes that like barely spoke any English, but they were so nice. And yeah, and they were just like, just take it. It was so nice.
That is so cool. I've never heard of that. Like just giving you free food at the middle of the night because
it was stale and gross. But shout out to them anyway.
Experience on that, but that's so cool.
Still nice of them. Yeah, absolutely. It was the thought that counted, So it was beautiful. And yeah, so that really sucked having to eat. And that's when I got addicted to caffeine. That's when I started drinking Monster Energy to stay up.
Oh my God.
And and I didn't. It's funny. I never realized, like, if you guys ever look at the nutrition facts on the side of the Monster Energy drinks, that if you look at the serving size, it says 2. So that can, whatever you see in those numbers there, multiply that by 2. That's what's in the can.
Yeah.
So that's like a serving size is half a can. So yeah,
Dude, well, I was counting protein, right? I was trying to get I was getting big this past year, and I didn't realize until halfway through the year that I was eating half the protein that I was supposed to eat because I didn't look at the serving size.
Bummer! Wow.
That went double for fast food too, except it was cut in half. So it's just like, okay, one double quarter pounder is like 20 grams of protein. But I forgot to look at the calorie counter, and it was like, what, 750 calories, right? And I was just like, man, so if I eat this, all right, I'm on my way. But I neglected the fries, and then I neglected the freaking shake that I got, the complimentary shake. And before you knew it, I was getting big, but like in a muffin top funny way, not in the freaking let's go Hulk Hogan type of way,
Oh man, that's hilarious. Well, I mean, that's a fun experience looking back at it, I guess. We all learn through time, right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have any nice people from 7-Eleven giving me complimentary like food, but like
I know that's pretty badass.
yeah,
I
it
was
is
very
pretty
happy
bad.
about it. I was very happy about it. I mean, at that time, I was 21. I was 21 at the time. So, being that age, getting your first good job, being in a
Yeah.
city where you don't know anybody and you don't have any friends. And it was, it was a good time. It was a good time. It was like, I was like, wow, people are out, like people are cool. And it was like, you really get I don't know if anybody out here has ever watched Kiki's Delivery Service, but it's a very Kiki's Delivery Service moment, which is why I still really love that movie. It's a fantastic self-discovery type of movie about figuring out what life is like when you're out on your own, especially at a young age, and in a place where nobody knows you and you don't know them, and I would highly recommend it. So yeah, Studio
Kiki's
Ghibli
delivery
movie,
service.
Kiki's Delivery Service, anime movie, Studio Ghibli. It's a bit.
Oh, yeah. The Studio Ghibli made a that I remember they made that they made a movie that I really love about a businessman who goes to Japan in the middle of World War II. And it was the last movie that I remember the creator made. It was his magnum opus, and I remember it being so cool but so sad at the same time. I don't remember what it was, but I'll get back to you on that one because I really do love that studio.
That's really cool. Give me one sec. Oh shit! I'm such a dummy. I had my microphone backwards this entire time. I was like, why does my voice sound so weird? I'm like, why? Where's all my high end? Jesus Christ!
Trying to filter out all the blowing the all that stuff, but
Sorry, all the ladies in the chat. I was deprived. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, sorry, everybody in the chat. I was depriving you of my delicious voice. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But man, I thought my microphone was broken for a second. Jesus Christ.
It's all good.
Anyway. Oh God, I'm so happy I could hear things again. I thought something was wrong with me this entire time.
You're good.
Anyway,
Number 3 worst fast food place for me.
yes.
there are no wrong answers.
It's a tough one. It's a tough. I think we block out so many bad memories in life. It's like so tough to try to
You don't really think of like the worst fast food places unless it really dug a hole in your skin or something.
Yeah, it's so
I'm
true.
trying to think. I can say bad experiences, but like one where it's like, why are they bad all the time? I would say Applebee's, but is it a different genre of food?
Yeah, that's a different one there.
That's like my go-to.
Food.
That's a date night nightmares type of thing right there.
Yeah, it's the date night that you go with your mom, not your significant other, dude.
If I were my mom would be like, Elliot, why do you hate me?
I like fun date night stuff is fun, man. Like restaurants to me, like for me going on dates, like restaurants is the most fun thing for me.
Yeah.
If I can't eat with you, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, there's got to be food involved. Otherwise, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not a big fan of when people are really too close-minded about food because then it just translates
how they don't want people seeing them eat.
Oh, I don't like the way this smells. I don't like the don't eat that around me or all people get picky in all sorts of weird ways. I'm just like whatever. Just I don't know. I'm more of a fan of people that are more appreciative of stuff and just really like to try different things.
I have dysentery just by eating breadsticks. Let's go to Olive Garden.
Dysentery Gary?
Yeah. I'm glad you got that. It's a Blink-182, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Blink-182. Okay.
Oh, so third worst. So Elliot.
I'm having a tough time. Yeah. I don't know if it's something. You know what it is?
Okay, just talk about it. Just talk. I think instead, maybe just say a terrible experience you had. Maybe that's easier to pull. Maybe that's easier to pull from.
At a fast food
because that always ends up being. Yeah, that always ends up being in that list anyway. So.
Yeah. Okay. I hate to say this,
Don't have
but
to
it's
say it.
true. I
I
don't
hate
like
that.
saying
I hate that it happened to you.
it. Okay, I think I found number 3. Number 3 is Dunkin' Donuts.
Yo,
Okay, that definitely counts. They
It's
make some pretty bad food. I'll
the
you know what? I'll
food.
meet you somewhere on that one.
That's the thing. The food is awful. The coffee is pretty decent.
Yeah.
The
The
food
food,
is
that's another greasy mess. Dude, the hash browns, I always want to like them,
yeah.
dude,
but they're
the
always
Boston
either too
burgers at
burnt.
7-Eleven are much better than what they have at that Dunkin' Donuts.
I'd rather have the hash browns from McDonald's or something.
I know, bro. The
Yeah.
hash browns at McDonald's are always consistent. Like they're always like golden brown. It's always like the temperature is just right, and just it's like this potato fluffiness, inside the hash brown. It's good.
Nothing like a drunk McDonald's breakfast. That is, New Year's 2016, 2016, going into 2017. So yeah, December 31st, 2016. That night, hung out, my buddy invited me to his house. He had a party there. It was a great time. We had an awesome time. And then I got really drunk, and then I needed to throw up. And then and then he was like, "Oh, you could just go to the bathroom front." I was like, because he has a really nice house. Like his parents live in this nice house and stuff. And I was like, "That's where we are." And I was like, "I'm not throwing up in your house, dude."
Yeah.
And he was just like, "No, it's no problem, dude. Just." And I was like, "Nope, I'm not throwing." Obviously, I said this all slurred. I'm not throwing up in your house, man. No, man. No, dude.
Yeah.
Never,
I'm
man.
fat. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was yeah. Yeah, really, yeah. So really, it was more of that kind of thing. I'm trying to play it overall cool. Like, no, man, I'm not gonna do it. No. It was, he was, no, man, I'm not throwing up in your fucking house, man. No. It was really like you're Bob Dylan again. But, and then the weird thing was, so my car was parked in his driveway, and I was like, I just need two plastic bags, man. Asking for 2 plastic bags.
You said
double
like
bag.
that. I need some 2 plastic bags, but did you say exactly?
Probably from what I remember in my head, it was like this. It was like the Prodigy video for the song "Smack My Bitch Up," and it was like this drunk vision, just that's exactly what this night looked like to me, looking back at it. And cool song, by the way. My dad had that CD. That's where I got that CD from. And so I asked him for 2 plastic bags. I threw up in these plastic bags, put them next to me, and then I went to sleep in my car. I fell asleep in my car, and then thankfully I had a buddy of mine, kind of watching over me, just making sure I was all right. So I fell asleep in my car, and just refused to throw up in his house. Threw up in this plastic bag. Woke up the next day, January 1st, 2017. I think I woke up. It was probably 6 a.m. Drove over, got some McDonald's breakfast next door. Drove home, and went to sleep. And that was January 1st, 2017. Pretty great day, guys.
Major props for keeping it classy, man.
Yeah, woke up. It was amazing, man. Just woke up, just kept it rolling, just rock and rolled right into 2017. Just it was awesome. It was the most rock and roll shit, and it was responsible rock and rolling. It wasn't the Bon Scott choke on your vomit. It was more like no. It was more like
God. Thank God. Thank God for that, man.
Yeah, it was more like let's get rid of that in this bag really quick.
Let's get rid of this and this. Let's
take a little nap.
Literal douchebag.
Arrange the bowel movement. How about that?
And then we'll go night for a little bit and just rock and roll out of there. So it was a good time. And then you know what? I still hang out with those people to this day. So those are good friends. Will do that for you. So it's a good story of camaraderie and entering the new year and fast food as well. Because McDonald's breakfast was a big part of that whole story. Because it made everything great the next day. Because I ate that on the way home and went to sleep and woke up like a champ. It was great.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Those are the real OGs, man. The guys who see you just chomping down on McDonald's, and the real OGs see you naked.
I'm not getting naked in public. That's gonna take me. It's gonna take a lot to get me. It's gonna take a certain situation to make that happen.
Oh yeah. This show ain't free. You know what I mean? No way.
Well, it sounds like Andres had some experience doing that.
Shut up.
Yes. But they will see me chomping down on fast food because that's happened many times. I've definitely, oh man, eating. Oh, sometimes I eat fast food knowing that somebody's probably recording me and just getting, and I'm like, you know what? I don't even care.
That's how it feels half the time, man. Like there's some times where you're just eating fast food and like there's a part of your brain that wants to feel bad, but the other part is just saying, you know what? I need something in me, man. I don't care what it is. It's just put that shit in me. I don't care.
That's what. Sorry. Uh.
Wait, are you okay?
Oh, I was gonna say that's what she said, but then I stopped. But
It was too easy. Come on.
I know, but then like yes. But it was
It's
so
okay.
good.
How it is, man.
It
We
was
shoot way too quick.
it was so it was too funny. Fast food in the morning, breakfast fast food. What I don't really have a lot of fast food breakfast because I always feel crazy when I do it. Like it's very rare that
Yeah.
I always feel kind of like insane. I'm always like it was kind of like the day that I got like a dollar menu item at Taco Bell. I was kind of, and I'm not looking down on anybody that's ever done that, but like the day that I got a dollar menu item at Taco Bell, I was kind of like, this is a new place to be. I was like, this is some, not a, I feel bad calling it a new low.
I'll be right back, brother. I'm gonna use the bathroom. You guys go ahead.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah,
And
sure.
and then I was like, this is, and I feel bad calling it a new low because it's not a low, but I was like, wow, like Taco Bell used to be the cheapest fast food to be able to get. So like I'm to be doing the dollar menu at the cheapest fast food place, like you feel like you're just like scraping by. But at the same time, I was like, hey, I want that potato roll burrito thing. It's really good, and it was under
Oh,
dollar thing.
oh
A
my
little,
god.
what's it called? The stuffed potato roll. What was that called? It was so
Were
good.
they selling it with the Taco Supreme thing?
I don't know, but it was like this. Like it was like a. It was like a. It was just like it was like potatoes and sour cream and I think some like cheese or something. And it was just like a little burrito that they used to sell. It was so good. And they do the spicy potato soft taco again.
No way.
They do it again.
No, because our buddy Ken has Elliot told you about Ken?
No, what's kind of all about?
Well, Ken is a very peculiar kind of fellow. He's a cool dude, but oh my god, he would take he would work at fast food back in high school, right? And
Nice.
he used to work at Pollo Tropical, in South
Ooh,
Florida. You know what I mean? So
hell
every
yeah.
chance we would visit him, he would give us some complimentary troppy chops. So I got my fair share of troppy chops from there,
My
man.
favorite, dude. They're so good.
I learned to like troppy chops, yeah, and that was because of Ken, and like
And they're
whenever
so compact and like you get like a whole lunch for like just this.
I know
They're
they're
just
so convenient, and so Ken would set us up with these troppy chops, right? And he would just sit with us, and it's because the managers love me, bro, So he would just sit with us with no problem, eating troppy chops and French fries and shit, So it was
oh, it's so good.
those were good experiences back in the day. I was telling
Oh,
Alizar about Ken, Elliot, and our experience with Pollo Tropical.
Did you
okay,
ever see?
Andres opened up a little mini topic I'd like to present to you guys if you're down.
Sure.
So fast food hookups from best friends or friends. Okay, so you said that one because your friend hooked you up, when your friends, because back in the day, there's a certain age in life when your friends all work at fast food places
Yeah.
where you're able to go there and then get the hookup, and then you go there and just kind of like, and it's
I
it's
thought you
always a
meant like
cool.
you got some action at a McDonald's. That's what I thought you were talking about.
Yeah, let's make out in the back of the
Oh,
fryer, bitch. Yeah.
oh, I mean, we could talk about that too, but I don't know if we could do that on this show. We could do that on my show. I don't know if you want to. I don't think.
I'll
I
I'll
don't.
I'll come on and just
I don't think
spectate.
we're allowed to talk about that on your show.
but
But yeah,
But
we
but
can.
but
an
like yeah,
interesting
no, like
topic that you brought up, Alizar, like that
Sorry,
hookup,
excuse me.
not sexual, but like that food hookup that you got from your friend. That's a good topic right there.
Yeah. So thanks. So you mentioned your friend at Pollo Tropical. That's awesome. That sounds like such a good French fries and troppy chops. Oh my god, dude! I would be like, oh man, I'd be doing cartwheels up and down the boulevard, dude.
I was, man. Like Ken was the best cashier at Pollo Tropical that has ever served me, mostly because he was the most entertaining one to listen to. He would just be like, "Oh, can I take your order, bro?" And I so I would say, can you hook me up with some choppy chop? He's like, "Oh, you bet your ass I can do it, bro." Yeah. So
Oh, what a buddy.
what a buddy, old friend, amigo. You know what I mean? And
Buddy, old pal, old guy, old
old choppy chop buddy. You know what I mean? Yeah.
buddy, old pal, old guy, you. Oh,
Where's
I
that
love it.
from? It sounds so familiar.
I think it's like some old Looney Tunes thing from back in the day.
Yeah,
Like,
that
that's
sounds
what
like-
I know it from. Like just this overly jolly character. That's
Right.
It's time. It's timeless, man. I love that.
isn't it? I love it.
But
That's awesome.
dude, Elliot, remember when there
No.
was a time when he was working the
Drive-thru?
drive-thru line, but the speaker wasn't working, so he had to go out there and take the orders himself on the street. That was- and we were just staring at him. It's just like we were just waiting for him to get off of the shift. We are just waiting to go and just hang out and stuff. And he's like, "Oh, just wait up, bro. I gotta take these orders." And so he just ran outside and just started taking orders outside. It's just like, what the hell are you doing?
Well, the best is when he was outside and we literally were like, how long do you? He goes, oh, okay, so my manager asked me to stay outside for 30 more minutes. So, and I go, so what are we doing? He goes, so go inside and sit down. And I go, well, I go, can we get the hookup? He's like, oh no, I can't because I'm not in there. And I go, okay, well, might as well just go back in the car and like go back to your place, or I don't know, we'll just go do something else. He's like, okay, because you're. Thank you for going to Spongebob account. Please hold. And then like he would hold, and I'm like, no, go do your job. Like it just like it was this fun back and forth thing. But the funny thing was that we'll be at like he'll be like at the drive-thru over here, right? But then like we'll be on the other side over here. There's one time he would like run back and forth, and it's like, dude, just stay in one place, my boy. Like,
You got the sweaty ass watermelon boy just running back and forth between you. Boy, how can I help you? Oh, what's up, bro? How you doing?
Oh, that's so awesome, dude. I love
but
that.
he did get the hookup there. Like, bro, he used to always sneak me like the key lime pie desserts and the
Ooh,
and dude,
crack.
he used to always give me like now I like the half a pound of chicken with the rice and beans, and then he hooked me up with the pineapple round.
Oh, need. See, those are homies right there, bro. And you know what it is, bro? Like, here's the thing to me, like food. I'm not trying to get too deep on you guys, but food is a different kind of. These days, people call it a love language. But food is a different kind of way to appreciate the people around you. Because, like, to me, like food, when you feed each other, you're literally keeping each other alive. Like, it's a different level of symbolism, you know. So, like, when you have like these homies, that's the reason why I bring up this topic.
Yeah.
Because when you have these homies that look out for you and they get you food. You know, they get you nourishment. They get you through the night. They get you through these drunk moments. They get you like through all this kind of stuff, like for a very low price or for free or whatever it is. Like that's such a, that's one of those, to me, prime examples of real friendship, real camaraderie. Real almost Lord of the Rings fellowship level of just you look out for. To me, I always like to look at life like among my friends as. I was telling a friend of mine the other day that I look at life as like you're all kind of soldiers, kind of fighting the good fight, and whenever your friends fall, you've already got your hand out before they even have a chance to look up and reach out. You've already got your hand out, and they're gonna grab it as soon as before they even get a chance to look up. Like it's just there.
Dude,
and
I agree with that. I agree with that. I like. There and going back to the Lord of the Rings thing, it really does feel awesome when you're all feasting like kings, because like it channels back to that survival instinct that you guys have. It's just like, hey, we're all here, we're all in a meal, we're all feasting. It's just like
mutton chops. You know what I mean?
And you start thinking to yourself that there's no place I would rather be
right now. But you know,
Can't even. I couldn't even understand you at that level.
Yeah.
What was that?
you're all around the table, right? And you're just eating and you're feasting like kings. And like there are moments where there's just silence and you're just enjoying the meal and enjoying the company around you. And
Oh yeah.
I think I'm a Lord of the Rings fanatic. I have the 6 DVD box set in my house, you know, like right here.
Sweet. I'm a big fan of Lord of the Rings as well. That's awesome. I like it more than Star.
Hey.
I like it much more than Star Wars because then like my buddy showed me Star Wars. I'm more of a Lord of the Rings guy. Just kind of it clicks with me a little bit more.
Oh, I get you, dude. I get you. I love both franchise. I don't know which one I love more. Like I
They're both
might
great.
read the full Lord of the Rings book. Like I'm gonna see if Tolkien can hook me up. You know,
Are you excited for the Amazon show coming up?
I am.
You're
I am not
cautious.
sure. I am not like
I'm
because
cautious because they've put a $500 million budget just for the first season.
that's what worries me too. It's just like, is it gonna be
That's
too
a lot.
extravagant?
It's a
I'm not. I
lot.
don't know.
And can you
I really
imagine like and I know Lord of the Rings is like a mega franchise, but can you imagine the amount of confidence it takes to be able to put $500 million in your first season? Can you imagine the amount of confidence you have to think about the return you're going to get on that? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
wouldn't
I
be
mean, it's
surprised if
Amazon.
I wouldn't be surprised if Jeff freaking Bezos had a hand in in the production in this shit. You know.
Well,
Come
that's what I
on,
was going to say.
Jeffrey.
It's
You can
Amazon,
do it.
so they got the budget. So it's I guess Amazon would be able to do that, but still, it's crazy. It's
$500 million though.
half a billy.
Half a billion.
half a Billy, bitches.
So it's pretty ridiculous. But Lord of the Rings, I love Lord of the Rings. I love that camaraderie. Fast food. Elliot, yes, you were talking about. I don't know if you got to talk about your homie that hooked you. Is it the same friend that you were
Yeah,
talking
same
about?
kid.
Pork chop?
I was like, this is the same
Or
guy
do you have
who
a?
goes,
Is there any different friend?
no, this is the same cat who goes, oh, I like your body. That's the same guy.
Oh, that's hilarious. It's awesome. Well, then that's how you know he's a good buddy. That's why you were defending him earlier because you knew he's not he means better than what he's saying at the moment.
Yeah, he
It's
means
clearly
better. He
Memes
means,
and memes better.
yeah.
Like Malcolm X, by any means necessary, man.
Oh, that's funny. That's pretty good. Oh, nice.
Sorry, he was reading his quote. He didn't hear what he said. But
Or like Kanye West, by any genes necessary, man.
oh, nice. Well, my my fast food friend that I will recommend, it will either be between my buddy who I just lost who worked at Burger King, who I went to Burger King and he hooked me up with the meal one day, which was really cool. And then that was a really, really cool moment because I love Burger King. Me and him were always, I went to Burger King today, like I said. Me and him were always Burger King buddies. Like that was like our spot to go, just because we love the food there, all the menu items, and we loved everything that he did, like everything that like they would add. Me and him would like laugh about it because they would always add like the angry Whopper, and we would just start cracking up. We were like, dude, they got an angry Whopper. And we would be like, what? And then we'd just start laughing our asses off, and then we'd fucking get in the car, and then we'd drive over there and go get that shit. And like just real homie type stuff, you know what I mean? And and then he got a job at Burger King, and then he was able to hook me up with something. So that was a good moment. But another moment where I got to enjoy that with him, getting hooked up by somebody else, at the local movie theater spot that we used to hang out at as kids, where all the all the people from all the schools go and hang out. It's like this big mass, hundreds of kids. Awesome. Every weekend was a party at this place. It was crazy. And it was like this movie theater spot, and there was a pizza place, there's a video game spot, all these little spots. And in there, if you walk down the street, there's a McDonald's, and in there, can we talk about, I guess we could talk about things we did in the past, right? Is that okay to do? It's not, well, you know what? Okay, never mind. When you're young, when you're teenagers and you're young and you're experimenting and hanging out, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, and then you're hanging around and getting to know friends and hanging out in groups and doing things in circles and passing things around. we would go to this McDonald's and hang out, and it was a really good time at this McDonald's nearby. The guy that would be able to help us out to get certain things happened to work at this McDonald's, and he would be able to hook us up, and he was always giving us just good deals on whatever we wanted. We'd get this, like, we'd get not half the menu. That's excessive, but I was a little bit more economic. I would stick to like the dollar menu, but then get like 5 burgers, you know?
You can't beat that deal, you know?
Yeah, I was like, they're $1. So I was like, instead of getting 1 burger for like $5, why don't I get 5 burgers for $1?
Exactly. Never mind. I'm gonna have all this meat on.
Well, yeah. So I'd get like 3 burgers. I'd get like a small fry. Sometimes they had like the apple pies that were 50 cents.
Yo,
So
I missed that.
Right. So you get like 2 for $1. You know.
Bro,
So and then
McDonald's was like with like the McCafe stuff and like the bakery they had. Bro, like I missed the chicken Caesar wraps they used to have. Oh, bring that back.
dude, those wraps, dude,
like
they
that.
knew. I was saying I ate those for lunch and I didn't gain any weight, and then they were too smart. They knew they were like, they knew people were not gaining weight on these. We got to get rid of these.
We gotta get them plug poggers up, man, in America. Let's go. Let's get rid of this chicken Caesar wrap.
Seriously, dude, I used to get those wraps were so good, man, and I used to ask for like sauce on the side, and I was just like, I used to just eat them, and then they were like portable. They had like this cool little unwrapping system, little thing that they came in. God, those things were awesome, dude. And they had like, they just had like, basically just, you know what I love? I would say Taco Bell basically is just like 4 items, and it's just all mixed match. It's like 4 things just packaged differently on everything you get, and that wrap was just a tortilla. It was like the chicken from another sandwich, and then just the salad, and they just put all that together instead.
Dude, the funny thing you should say that, because I watched these guys called the Try Guys. They're like pretty big on YouTube. They used to be on BuzzFeed for a little bit, and now they're their own thing. I think they're still affiliated. Whatever, they're whatever. And they did this cool thing with Keith. This hilarious guy. He does this thing where he tries everything on a menu. So he literally will take like 1 bite of every food item or take a drink of every like beverage item in there. And he did Taco Bell. He goes, okay, I feel like in my experience with Taco Bell, I feel like it's just pretty much like this Taco Bell goop and goo that just all tastes the same. You know, so what I'm gonna do is basically I'm gonna make this bucket. And I'm gonna pretty much, it's like, okay, dude, if they taste all the same, I'm just gonna throw it in there. And bro, I'm not kidding. It was like 75% of like everything he made. He goes, the only difference is like a minor difference. Like, okay, a tortilla, does this one have cheese? And then it's like other alterations or stuff like that. But it is literally the same Taco Bell, like,
it's like Legos. It's like the same ingredients just in every item. Like it's just repackaged. It's just,
but it's so good though. It's just
it is really good, and it doesn't. And what's crazy is that it doesn't all taste the same, which is the crazy part.
Yeah,
like everything does end up tasting different.
It's pre-packaged, but like they have a different taste every single time.
Especially the crunch wraps.
I love the crunch wraps. You know, I miss when they were like, I remember in high school, they were $2.19, and it was amazing.
Bro, they're like $5 or $6 now.
Dude, $2.19. I'll never forget that price because that was my favorite thing. Like after school when we would hang out, and yes, after we'd be hanging out after school, there was a Taco Bell right across the street from. Okay. Across the street from this high school that I went to, it was awesome. There was a Pizza Hut, there was Dairy Queen, there was Taco Bell, there was Little Caesars.
Oh, number 2
there was
is
so much stuff.
That reminds me. My number 2 pick is Pizza Hut. Thank you for reminding me.
Number two pick of the worst places.
Yeah.
Okay. Pizza Hut.
Please do tell.
I don't blame you. That is cardboard on cardboard. But the Pizza Hut at Daytona Beach, though, you got to try that one out, Elliot. It's so good. Oh my God, it's literally melty cheese pizza. It's so good.
But I've been to 6 different Pizza Huts and they've all sucked.
Have you been to the one in Daytona?
No,
Bro, come on, live a little bit.
but I
Give it
never
another
in the
chance.
Daytona area.
Yes.
So you're gonna take me to the Pizza Hut at Daytona Beach now?
Hell, I'll make a trip. I'll plan a trip. I'll take you over there myself. I'll drag you from Gainesville, take you to Daytona, go to the Pizza Hut, and just be like, so, and you'll be like, damn, I'm sorry I doubted you, man. I should listen to you more often. Yeah.
Wow.
Pizza Hut's really, really good. Like, I know it can be really hit or miss. The thing is, you have to. I always like to ask them to make it well done. Like, if you ask them to make the pizza well done, your pizza will come out way better.
Oh, and ask for thin crust. It's thin, soft crust.
The thin crust is really good too. I like that a lot. And
Yeah,
but
oh, sorry about that, Alizar. Go for it.
oh no, I was just gonna say the ask them to make the food well done. It helps me a lot, like because unfortunately, like I've ordered pizza. Like that's always been one of my favorite places to go for pizza. Like as far as like the big chains go between Papa John.
That's what Catalina does. That she gives off a lot of impertinent vibes. What's up? What's up, Legato?
Did anybody see this? Did anybody just see Boss Baby walk in?
I know
Yeah.
it's like, well, instead of the basic net experience, BNE, it's breaking and entering.
Breaking and entering.
I was gonna make that joke earlier today. Yeah.
Coming in like Doja Cat, not giving a hecking freak. Oh my god, man. Yes. Yeah, come on. All right.
Hello.
What's up, Legato?
Legato, you're a big boy. Aw.
Yeah, the thick boy right there.
He is a hefty one. He is a hefty one.
It's a thick boy. Yeah, you're right, Andres.
What have you been feeding him, Alizar? Have you been feeding him Pizza Hut?
He's funny. He's like some weird like vegetarian type cat. Like he doesn't even like to eat meat. Like he always likes to eat the gravy and he always leaves the meat to the side. But if I get him like the raw salmon type stuff, he actually really likes that. So he's a character, bro.
Oh, select vegetarian, eh?
He's a very picky pescatarian.
Yes, like yeah, pretty much because like he'll have the raw salmon no problem. So he's a character. He's something right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a little Pokemon every time I look at him. Like he cracks me up. But very entertaining cat. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I can tell. Like he doesn't give a crap about privacy. He'll just go in and be like, "Yo, feed me, bitch."
Yeah, pretty much. And look at him right now. He's like he's like. It's funny that he's even like cuddling up on me and doing all this stuff right now. Like, I guess he has no idea I'm in the middle of something because when I'm doing a live show and I have people at the house, obviously he's in a whole different mood. But anyway, we were talking about fast food. So you were talking about how you don't like Pizza Hut, Elliot. And why is that? Is it cardboard?
Like a bad experience that you've had with Pizza Hut, Elliot, that you're not telling us?
Does it upset your stomach?
There's that. It makes me.
That's happened to my friend. That's why I asked him to make it well done because I was that's what I was gonna say earlier. That's actually why I asked him to make it well done because I've ordered it before and they don't cook it enough, and the dough comes out kind of raw, and yeah, I've had like friends that are like, "Yo, I didn't feel it too good after I ate the pizza, man."
Yeah, like it just I just didn't like it, and there's just like people who are not a part of my life anymore that were part of my life that was kind of annoying there, and I'm like, help. So there's that as well, but it was just a fact of the matter that I just didn't. I always got shitty people that listen. When I go to if I go to places like those, I'm not expecting like oh my goodness, like 5-star customer service, like I'm not expecting that. Unless it's IKEA, but besides that, it's I really am just trying to get some food and that's it. But like you gotta learn how to open your mouth more and you gotta stop mumbling because I can't hear what the hell you're saying half the time because it happened to me.
You're making it too easy, man.
and it's not like they had like a stutter or stuff like that. Like if they had a stutter, like okay, I had a stutter and I understand. But like when they don't care about a job, they don't even care to like open their lips more, and I can't like hear them what the hell they're saying. Like, and this is just like in front of my face. This is not even just like on the speaker or a drive through. This is just some like it just happens all the time. I just don't. This is just like my. That's just I didn't understand. It was like a special Pizza Hut brand that I noticed, like just for myself. Like, hey, you see this ginger boy? Just go. Like it just sounds like Ozzy Osbourne trying to talk to me like to sleep or something like that. Like it didn't sound right.
Yeah, and
That's so
that's
funny.
another thing, Elizor. It's also the customer service that you got to watch out for, man. Because,
Yeah.
like I got examples like two hookups, like my boy Ken and my boy Elliot here. You know, Elliot used to work at Subway, and he was by far one of the funniest cashiers and preparers of food that I've ever heard. Like there was one time where where a couple of friends and of mine and his, we went to his job and all we wanted to do was just get Subway. That's all we wanted to do. But the way
Right.
he would ask us would be very funny. I remember he would ask me what kind of sandwich I would have, and he would be very considerate. He would be like, "Oh, what can I get you? What can I get you?" And I say, just give me some time to think." And he's just like, "Oh yeah, sure. Take your time." So he would just constantly be looking at my face, and I would say, "Okay, I just want the regular bread." He says, "Oh, do you want this regular bread or do you want that kind of bread?" And I said, "Oh my God, he's such a gentleman, man. Shit." So so I was like, "Oh, thank you so much. Like, give me this type of bread. What kind of meat would you like? Do you want me to give you this type of meat? Do you want me to rub your feet?" And I said, "No, but I'll take this type of steak
Say
from you." So he would just put steak on my sandwich. He would just put it in the oven, and we would just talk. We would just shoot the breeze, and like he would ask me what kind of toppings would you like on this? Would you like some like celery? I'm sorry, some spinach. You want some
celery.
lettuce? You want some olives? And I say, I want all of it, bro. Give me that shit. They'd be like, of course, man, of course. And I
Funny.
don't know, like it's a formative type of experience where my buddy served me at Subway, and it's an example of good customer service. And ever since then, I've loved Subway, so I can't hate on it.
Oh,
It's good. It's good.
I hope you guys are having fun watching me pet my cat this whole time.
it is. It's
I've
like
been
you're like a.
staring at him this whole time.
I love it, Alizar. You're like a James Bond villain right now.
Charlie's
Oh, and
Ah,
he is adorable, bro.
uh,
He's fucking cute, bro.
all I got
Yeah.
right now is this slimy piece of worm and filth Cthulhu right here.
That's
I got a
fine.
toothbrush.
That's so funny. Well, with Pizza Hut, man, like I said, I always ask them to make these days any pizza place. I ask them to make everything well done because I notice it just comes out way better. So everything, the dough actually comes out cooked through. The pizza has a bit of a crunchiness to it, which I really like, but then it's still soft in the interior, which is great,
Yeah.
as pizza should be. I'm a big fan of pizza. I'm a big fan of the Ninja Turtles. So you got to be a fan of pizza if you like the.
Who's your favorite turtle?
All of them. They're all so cool because all of them make the one. All of them make the one, which is just the
Turtle
unity.
power. Like,
Yeah. It's the turtle power exactly. It's like
bro,
you can have.
Alizar, Elliot, have you seen that 2007 TMNT movie from a long time ago?
What's
No,
year
but it
was
looked kind of cool. It looked the Michael Bay one.
No, not the Michael Bay one. The one that came before it, back in 2007. It was animated, and it starred
Yeah, I love
James
that
Arnold
movie.
Taylor and Nolan North. And it was
I love that
basically,
movie.
yeah. I love that was my first TMNT experience, like, aside from the 2003 series and video game, which is good. But the 2007 one was the formative experience for TMNT for me because all these turtles, you see them separated and then they come together again when Leonardo returns from his training, but then Raphael turns into an emo night watcher looking ass bitch, and then Chris Evans is voicing Casey Jones, and April
Wow.
O'Neil comes in with her fine ass. Oh my God. But and but it's a new threat, and I don't know.
It's
That
funny.
movie,
I searched. Sorry, go ahead.
go for it. I was about to say that
Sorry.
that
Well,
movie is fantastic.
Well, you mentioned April O'Neil, and I was gonna say it's really. Give me a second. Go ahead, please.
Bye, Legato.
I was gonna say later. Look at him. April O'Neil. I was looking up April O'Neil on Instagram recently, and I kept on wondering. I was like, why is everything so over sexualized? I didn't realize there's an adult actress who took the name April O'Neil. So I'm like,
I was about to let you know what you're
oh.
talking about, but I do.
Well, it's like, and I was like, it was on Instagram, and I was just like, why can I not find just a decent picture of April O'Neil? Like, why is everything just so crazy looking? And
That's
yeah,
Rule 34 type stuff, man. Sometimes I just want to look at a beautiful woman named April O'Neil with clothes and gallant and very beautiful, you know?
I was trying to send a picture. I was trying to send a picture of her to a friend of mine who was wearing a trench coat, and I was like, "Oh, you look like April O'Neil." And then I was going to send her like a picture of April O'Neil to go along with what I just said. And then I was like, everything here has way too much cleavage for me to send it to you right now and not look like a weirdo. Like, what the hell is going on? So yeah, it was very, very dangerous water to be treading. And I hate to call it a night soon, folks, but it's 1:37 in the morning, and
God, I just noticed that. Yeah. I'm in Utah, so it's like 11:37 in my time.
oh, that's awesome. Well, I gotta call it a night soonish, but
Yeah, we should
uh,
probably call it a night too.
how long have we been going? I haven't even kept track.
Like
It feels like 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Definitely, it was a good one though. It was a good one. Just kept rolling. I loved it.
felt man. Like
So much fun.
especially when I I left it unexpectedly, and then I came back just in time for the fast food chat. I'm so happy I made it.
I know with the McChuggets.
Oh, the
Man, yeah.
McChuggets. Oh man,
Suckets, make everything, man. Yeah.
McChuggets was
Let's
pretty
we gotta-
amazing. That's pretty great. It's pretty great. Like beers are never
Thank
gonna
you.
be alcohol's never gonna be the same again.
No, it's not. You gotta McChugget.
I'm gonna go to and you know what's funny? I'm gonna see my local bartender soon because she got fired from the bar that I usually see her at, but but now she's working at the bar down the street, so even better. So I'm gonna go there soon. I'm gonna be like, Shannon, I need some McChuggets. Cat demands. Sorry.
Even
Yeah.
McDonald's was that idea, man.
For real, what is he? Oh, give me a second. His door's closed. Give me a second.
Oh, go for it.
McChugget.
McChug that shit all the way to the bank, my bro. Yeah.
That's right. This is a good fast food discussion. I liked it. We talked about music and food.
How did we compare fast food to rock and roll music? Like that is something I have no idea how that came to be.
That's a talent.
Yeah, bro. It's what we do. Pretty like we even talked about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, man, and April O'Neil and cleavage and all that stuff. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, we went from Pizza Hut to cleavage in a matter of like 2 minutes.
We covered it. Oh, check this out. I think you guys would appreciate this. You guys are Star Wars fans, right?
Oh.
That is a tiny Darth Vader.
That is the tiniest Vader I've ever seen, man. Oh.
That's
Yeah, it's
pretty
from
bad.
that's from this little, just from back in the day. These little, I have another one here.
Oh, it's a story. Wait.
It's Yoda.
Yoda.
Yeah, it's like these fun little mini things that they used to come in like you'd get like a Yoda head and it would open up and then have these little mini figures and it would have like a whole like area set
Oh.
like thing that you would play with and it was like a little toy that I used to have back in the day.
Cool, dog.
Like
Thanks for
random,
sharing that with us.
dang, I have like random things on my like. I have like I don't know if anybody's an Aladdin fan.
Yes. Yo. That's my boy. Jafar.
Right.
Yes.
Got a
Any
little-
OG fan
Got a
loves
little
Jafar.
pin.
Hates the 2019 version.
I haven't even seen that one.
I recommend you see it.
Look
drunk
crazy.
with a bunch of friends and keep an eye out for that the musical numbers because they're hilarious.
Oh yeah, I mean, so I've seen some of them, and you could definitely tell they were trying to do this whole Indian movie kind of thing.
Yeah, Will Smith is the best part, mostly because it's funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
But,
I'm ready. I'm ready to call it whenever you'd like, fellas.
Yeah,
boys,
we're gonna do another 3 hours. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna. No, I have to admit, we should go to bed. It's getting pretty late. We all got work tomorrow. We're men, like SpongeBob movie shit. But oh, what a great podcast! I think it's definitely. It feels like more mature when Alizar's here with these episodes because the other ones, not
because of the that's what she said thing, right?
not that. Besides, well, okay, maybe not. Now I think about it.
I don't mind.
No,
That's
but
okay.
like we guess we had on have been really great. But like when it's like stuff from like Andres and like the people from the high school squad is definitely like it feels like high school in a way. Like for them, it's like this. I mean, well, this also feels like high school with the same that's what she said jokes. But besides that, it's still a lot of fun and it's still good. And
Got
I
a
like
fun
this
stage
topic.
to it, and I love it.
Thanks,
I
man.
know.
I appreciate you guys having me on. It's always such a pleasure and such a compliment.
Yeah, man, we'll do this like at least like once a week or something.
That means a lot. Thank you, guys. I would love that. I would love that. I would love that.
And
So
you
much
have to
fun.
promise to do more like Donkey Kong and fast food commentary on your part.
Dude,
Yeah, I mean, I do. Honestly, I was doing the streams for a long time, and I took a little break after all the craziness stuff that's going on lately. But I'm back at it now. I'm back in action, and I'm excited about it. So definitely, I did this weird series of just it's called Impress Your Friends, Amuse Your Enemies, and we're just doing fun little tricks from games from a long time ago. So maybe I'll do Tony Hawk next time, or just some games, other games that I like a lot, and we'll just do fun little secrets and talk about some crazy stuff along the way.
looking forward to
Nice.
seeing that, dude.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it, dude. I'd love to see you guys there, and thank everybody in the Basic Nerd Experience chat. And always a pleasure hanging out with you guys, and I hope to see you guys very soon. And everybody, you guys better get ready for the fucking weekend.
I'm gonna get turned on McDonald's.
On the Shamrock Shake.
I'm gonna get turned like a doorknob.
Crap, now I want McDonald's now. They're probably closed right now.
Try Postmates
McDonald's is
in
good.
24 hours.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, give it a shot. Give it a shot.
I know. All right. For everyone here at the Basic Nerd Experience, I just want to say thank you so much for joining us on this awesome episode, and be sure to look out for more episodes. We'll be having an episode this Sunday with a really great friend of ours. Her name is Heather, and she'll be talking about the Grammys with us. So yeah, be on the lookout for that, and stay safe, and love y'all.
Make me proud.
Later, folks. Peace.
Peace out worldwide.